1, 2, 3, 4. Lahat ng nalalaman ng ating kaisipan ay ating pag-usapan. Ako'y inyong samahan. Mga bagay na nagawa't naranasan, mga kwento na dapat pakinggan. Tayo na sa Simply Miss B. Dito ay enjoy na, di ka magsisisi. O tara na sa Simply Miss B. Mga pwedeng matutunay, napakarami, di dapat palampasin. Simply Miss B, Simply, Simply Miss. O Simply Miss B, Simply, Simply Miss. Mga talakayan ay dito lang matutunghayan. Ang iba't ibang kwento ng iba't ibang katauhan. Di pa huhuli ang katatawanan, kantahan at kulitan. Tayo na sa Simply Miss B. Dito ay enjoy na, di ka magsisisi. O tara na sa Simply Miss B. Mga pwedeng matutunay, napakarami, di dapat palampasin. Simply Miss B, pati rin mga viewers kasama sa chikahan. Kung ano man ang iyong sasabihin o katanungan, o tayo na sa Simply Miss B. Dito ay enjoy na, di ka magsisisi. O tara na sa Simply Miss B. Mga pwedeng matutunay, napakarami. Tayo na sa Simply Miss B. Dito ay enjoy na, di ka magsisisi. O tara na sa Simply Miss B. Mga pwedeng matutunay, napakarami, di dapat palampasin. Di dapat palampasin. Simply Miss B, Simply, Simply Miss. O Simply Miss B. 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 One.
can turn to night. At times my dreams are out of reach and hope is out of sight. But God, you see right through me. You know me inside out. And every day you show me what your love is all about. Lord of my life, I'm nothing without you. Without you by my side, I wouldn't know what to do. Everything in life can change, 'cause that's the way it's supposed to be. But one thing that will still remain is your amazing love for me. For what good is living if I'm far away from your light? Your heart keeps on giving. Now I give you all of mine. Lord of my life, I'm nothing without you. With you right by my side, there's nothing I can't do. Everything in life can change, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But one thing that will stay the same, the one thing that will still remain, the one thing that will never fail is your amazing love for me.
Ayan. Hello everyone. Magandang gabi po Pilipinas and Asia. And of course, magandang umaga. It is 7:11 a.m. dito po sa North America. Good morning everyone and magandang gabi po. At sana po kayo ay nasa mabuting kalagayan while watching this Simple Miss P. And if you have the power to share this live stream, paki-share na lang po sa inyong mga GC, sa inyong community, sa inyong mga friends dahil ngayon po magkakaroon po tayo ng importanteng talk and this is going to be a social awareness po para po sa atin. It's very timely po ang ating pag-uusapan and of course this episode will be a episode for a cause. Lahat po ng kikitain po dito sa channel na to, kung magpapalipad mo po kayo, kung magpapamember po kayo, mapapapunta po to sa ating mga guest sa Hero by Love Yourself. I would like to say hi to Mami Vida's vlog. Hello, talagang gumising ka ng maaga, no? We're very early pa dito sa America. And hello, Nato the Explorer. Mega mega love shoutout sa'yo. Sweet Bakester, hello din sa'yo. Ayan, kamusta po kayong lahat? And thank you for sharing this live stream. Kay Christian, hi! Sa kumari ko na si Malene Hernandez na nanonood dyan sa Facebook. Ma'am Jov Guaco Velasco, mega love shoutout po. Guys, please keep sharing this live stream po dahil marami po tayong pag-uusapan na importante. Bibigyan din po namin kayo ng mga details kung about yung topic po natin, ano. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Ayan. Ma'am Jo, magandang na-miss na kita. Kamusta na kayo diyan? Ayan, and of course, meron po tayong poll dito sa baba. Are you or do you know someone who's living with HIV? So, sagutin niyo lang po 'yan. I think this is it's very confidential. Wala namang makakaalam nito. Um, and everything here is going to be parang lang, safe. This will be a safe haven po for today's episode, for tonight's episode po na you know, and because this topic is very sensitive po, and also please be mindful of what we say and what we put in the chat. Ayan. Hello, Miko Salazar. Good evening sa'yo. Good evening. Good evening. Ayan. So nagwo-wait lang po tayo ng mga ang tawag dito, yung ating mga guests. Meron na po tayong isa pero i-wait po natin, hintayin pa po natin yung iba pong mga guests na makaakyat. Ayan. Kamusta Miko? Kamusta kayo diyan? At Naividas, natulog ka na ba? Baka hindi ka pa natutulog, Ako, alam mo, hindi pa rin ako, parang natulog lang ako siguro mga 4 hours. Parang gano'n. Ayun. Kamusta naman tayo dyan? Ayan. So, mamaya po magko-concert. May magko-concert po dito. Mga 10 kanta ang kakantahin niya. Favorite natin tong kasama natin. Kyle, ayan. Okay. Ayan, so, ayan pala po, nakalimutan ko na, daldal ako ng daldal. Salamat, Direk. Ayan. Miko, Van, maraming salamat. Talagang, caps pa yung nilagay mo dyan. Salamat, yan. Parang ganun din, sleep 4 hours. Bahala ka dyan, Mami Vida. Ayan. Okay, I miss you, Mare Fresh as always. Salamat, Mare. I know, miss na rin kita. Laging fresh. Woke up like this. Woke up like this. Ang pogi nung singer natin. Bala kayo dyan. Ayan, buti na lang, hindi siya kumakain ng lumpia today. But anyway, again, this is Miss Filipina, guys. Ipaki-share, keep sharing this live stream po. Again, this will be a episode for a cause. Lahat po ng kikitain ko po for today's episode po or for tonight's episode ay mapapapunta sa ating magiging guest po. Ayan. So maraming salamat, guys. And again, this is Miss Filipina and welcome to Simply Miss P.
From the land of the rising sun, I am Chris Almaria and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Hello guys, this is Ian Channel all the way from Muscat, Oman. Welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Fire Officer 1, Michael Endel Rosario, mula po dito sa Ilocos Norte from the Bureau of Fire Protection. Welcome to Simply Miss P.
From the greenest city of the South, Las Piñas, welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Nothing is here from another Pangasinan. Welcome to Simply Miss P Season 4.
From the land of Caloocan City, Philippines, I am Benjamin Mata Jr. and welcome to Miss P Season 2.
Mula sa bayan ng San Jose del Monte dito sa Bulacan, this is Sir Phil from Sir Phil's channel and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Ayan, what's up? Mula sa bansa kung saan maraming camel, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, ako si Geoff de Dios and welcome to Miss P Season 2. Tara't mapagpala na. Shalom!
Hi! Mula sa bansa ng Singapore, ako si Chagudi ng Singapore. Welcome to Miss P Season 2.
Hi! This is Marvin Ignacio, ang Grab Rider ng San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. And welcome to Miss P.
Mula sa lungsod ng San Pablo City, Laguna, this is Channel Big Vlog TV and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Hi, from the little red dot of Asia, Singapore. This is Tatay KP of Kai KK's Adventures Channel. And welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Mula sa bayan ng Nueva Ecija, ako si Makoy Santos Vlog and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Yokoso. From the land of the rising sun, this is Pasyalan Japan Vlog. Welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
We're from Cavite, ako si Santos, and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 3.
This is Dr. Kat Del Prado from Lucena City, Philippines, and welcome to Miss P.
Soy Ángel y estamos en Playa Sucia. Bienvenidos a Simply Miss P.
Hello guys, this is Lap Calvin Show from Saudi Arabia and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Mula sa Valenzuela People's Park, welcome to Simply Miss P.
It's your boy, Agent Ryan Explorers from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Hi, this is Omar Banate, your prolific baker and online seller all the way from the capital of the Philippines. You're honey the Filipinas copies. Welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Mula sa bayan ng Dasmariñas, lungsod ng Cavite, welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Mula sa bayan ng Montalban, Rizal, welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Hello po, ito po si Fatima Soriano from San Diego, California, and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2. God bless you po.
Marhaba, mula dito sa Qatar, ang kauna-unahang Middle East country to host a World Cup. See you in FIFA 2022. This is the Project Vince and welcome to Simply Miss P Season 2.
Ayan, hello again. Welcome back. And sa lahat po sa mga bagong pasok dyan from to sa Facebook page natin and of course dito sa YouTube channel. Maraming salamat po. Hello to Cesarea Manila, Vida's Vlog again, Ferdinand Marquez, si Torregosa TV, hello sa iyo, kay Miko Salazar at kay Vanessa, and of course kay Gab Gabitanan. Mega love shout out sa inyong lahat. Again, if you have the power to share this live stream and if you have the money as well, you can share it through your super chat, through your membership, and of course pwede po nating ibaba yung GCash number po natin mamaya if you would like to donate. This episode will be a episode for a cause. Mapapapunta po to dito sa ating pong mga guests and people who are living with HIV na nawalan ng trabaho and like struggling po right now. Doon po natin mapapapunta yung ating mga makukuha nating makukuha po nating pera or makukolekta po for today. Ibibigay po natin sa kanila. Again, gabi tayo ng bala ka dyan. Mika Ate Vida. Ayan. So, ayan po. Maraming salamat guys for being here, and please again keep sharing this live stream. And for today's to set the mood, meron po tayong inibitahan na magpe-perform at kakanta throughout the show po. At napakabait po talaga nitong batang to na talagang he said yes to my invitation. Lagi na lang siyang he always says yes to my invitation. Without any further ado, isa siya sa magiging horado. Bukas na po yan ang audition night ng YouTube Hitmaker Philippines. Please welcome Kyle Justin Capuya.
And here's my first song. And shoutout po sa inyong lahat. Shoutout po sa inyong lahat. Dati-rati, laman ng puso mo ay ang pangalan ko. Lagi ako sa isip mo. Dati-rati, inaawitan pa, labi ay may ngiti, mga matay nagniningning. Ngunit ngayon, nagbago ka. Nasaan na ang init ng pagsinta? Pangako mo hindi magwawakas. Di ba't noon, samyon ng bulaklak at ihip ng hangin ay kapansin-pansin? Di ba't noon, takbo ng oras ay di mo napapansin? Laging naglalambing, ngunit ngayon naglaho na, sigla tamis ng iyong pagsinta. Pagmamahal ko ba'y kailangan pa? Mga pangako ko'y kandungan mo't lakas, sa pagsubok ay kay tatak. Di ba't noon, sa kaibigan mo'y akong bukang bibig? Bakit ngayon anong lamig? Di mo alam, ako'y nasasaktan sa di pagpansin sa aking pagmamahal. Lumapit ka at ako'y naghihintay, naghihintay. Ako'y nasasaktan sa di pagpansin sa aking pagmamahal. Lumapit ka at ako'y maghihintay. Di mo alam, ako'y nasasaktan sa di pagpansin sa aking pagmamahal. Lumapit ka at ako'y maghihintay. Panginoon, ako'y nabulag ng mandarayang mundo. Ako ay patawarin mo. Mula ngayon, ang buhay kong ito'y iaalay sa'yo. Gamitin mo ako gaya ng dati. Gaya ng dati. gaya ng dati. God bless everyone.
Ayan, salamat Kyle.
Hello, Miss P.
Talaga namang
Shoutout po sa
ginalingan
inyong
ano.
lahat.
Ayan, mag-shoutout ka muna and then mamaya na tayo mag-i-interviewhan kasi makakasama pa naman kita maya-maya pa, no? So
Yes
mag-shoutout
po.
ka muna dyan sa
And
baba kung yung
shoutout
mga
Kuis, The
nag-iingay
Project
para sa'yo.
Vince, Christian Andulan, shoutout Ate Loresa Between, Kuya Migo Torregoso TV. Shoutout po kay Ian Untalan, maraming salamat po. Ayan, kay Daddy Gab Gabitanan, kay Quiz JDV, kay Kuya Calvin Chubb. Shoutout po sa lahat ng nanonood dyan ngayon, kay Ma'am Jov. Ayan, shoutout po sa inyong lahat. At isang magandang araw po.
Ayan, maraming salamat Justin, Kyle Justin ka po yan. Makakasama po natin maya-maya. And hello to the Project Vince sa mga bagong pasok po dyan. Please keep sharing this live stream. And again, this is a episode for a cause. Ito po, matagal na po sila naghihintay sa backstage and I'm sorry about that. Krisha Barrio Mitsuyuki, pakikilala ko na po sila isa-isa. I will just bring them up on the stage and then I will just have them introduce themselves to you guys. Babasahin ko na lang yung mga pangalan na nakalagay dito pero natutuwa talaga ako dun sa isa ang pangalan niya si Pushy Duck ba yun? pwede you can it's okay po na wag pwede yung hindi ilagay yung mga tunay yung pangalan if you chose not to. But ayan po, please welcome ang ating pong mga makakasama po for today's episode or for tonight's episode. Again, guys, this episode is a bit sensitive. So if it triggers you, if you think it's not for you, guys, please you can step out, or if you want to learn more about this about HIV, I think you should stay and watch this episode because this episode is very timely, and I want everyone to be aware and help us fight the stigma and help give more knowledge to people na walang alam tungkol sa HIV. Again, ito na po, ipapakilala ko po sa inyo ang ating mga guest. Napaka-pogi niya ngayon talaga. Ay, wala, kasama ko na siya dati nung nag-concert for a cause kami nung December for World AIDS Day. And we've already worked with him and his company and his foundation, from Hero by Love Yourself. Please welcome AJ Ramirez. Hi AJ,
Hi!
kamusta?
Hi,
Ayan.
Miss Phil. Kamusta?
Hello.
Naman.
Ayan, ang pogi mo ngayon with your hair, ha? Talagang
Salamat. For a change, for a
ayan.
change.
Oo naman, di ba? We have to, we have to reinvent ourselves, di ba? Paminsan-minsan.
So I would say empower kasi to be
Oo.
honest, dumaan ako siguro sa isang rough times ng life ko wherein I questioned my purpose, no? So sabi
Your
nga ni
existence,
Fiona,
parang ganun.
yun, so may
Your
mga ganong
purpose.
times na dumadaan tayo, and this is actually one way for me to, somehow boost my confidence and redeem myself from the anxiety and depression.
Definitely. We're gonna be talking about that later on. I'll give you a chance to give shout out to everyone na nandito from YouTube and Facebook page. I'm not sure if you can see the chat chat box.
Actually nasa ibang button siya. So pag clinic ko yung chat box, medyo
Nag-ano. Okay. So ayun na lang, sabi ni Larissa between hello and sabi ni Kish good day daw and everyone saying hi. Ayan, so ayan po, bibigyan natin pagkakataon mamaya introduce who is AJ and what AJ do for bakit siya na dito sa programa natin, okay? Yung isa kanina pa nilalaglag, no? But anyway, I would like to call another guy, another guest in our show. Okay, eto, bagong pasok na siya. And I will introduce to you guys. Please welcome Ricky King Berondo. Gusto ko yung may pa-king niya, ha? Hi, Ricky King. How are you? Kamusta ka?
Okay lang po. Heto, pagod sa maghapon. So, alam naman natin kung gaano rin kagamit na yung mga kliyente natin ngayong araw. So, sa kabila ng pandemya kasi, medyo nagiging fully book na rin po ulit kami.
And we're going to be talking about that, no? How is it? How's the yung situation with HIV, the clinics during the pandemic, di ba? And how you guys cope with it. Nakikita mo ba yung ano? Magkakatabi ba kayo? Magkakatabi kayo?
Yes. Medyo.
Nagfi-feedback kasi yung isa ipaano mo na
Lalayo
lang.
ako.
Oo, layo ka. Parang naririnig ko yung boses ko from ano. Hello, Mommy, Ate, Rosemary Ibanez, JP Pangan, hello, hello, and Anna Love Lorejo, Loresa Between sa mga bagong pasok dyan. Mega, mega, mega love shout out po sa inyong lahat. Again, please keep sharing this live stream. Ayan. Okay na ba? Ayan,
Okay
hindi
na
na.
po.
Okay na. Okay, Ricky, can you see the Can you see the chat box? Or
Yes po.
no? Okay, can you
Hindi
say
po.
hindi pa. Okay, just say hi to everyone. Mag-hi ka lang. Hello. Parang gano'n.
Shout out po. Shout out, talagang parang
Oo.
nasa live lang tayo. Live talaga, no?
Nasa live po talaga tayo. Hello,
Ah,
Martin Spark. Parang nasa
Shoutout po
live.
sa lahat ng mga naririto, yung sa ating mga kapwa YouTubers, and then doon sa mga nanonood sa Facebook Live. So welcome po sa
Yeah.
today's interview. Interview, parang
Interview.
artista lang ito. So yun.
Ricky, meron kang YouTube?
Meron, pero hindi po ako masyado nag-upload. So something na lang.
Okay. Hindi, if you want, nakikita mo yung yung chat box, yung private chat?
Yes.
If you want, you can type in your YouTube channel there or tapos ibababa namin so that people can visit your channel as well. Ayan, so mamaya paakitin ulit kita Ricky, and I will introduce our last guest po. And hopefully yung isa pa makaabot maya-maya kasi 4:00 pa lang or 5 AM pa lang sa kanila ngayon. Our last guest po for today, please welcome Pishy Duck. Pishy Duck talaga. Natutuwa talaga ako sa Pishy Duck. Ayan. Hello.
Hello po.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Kami mag-hi ka naman dito sa sa baba. Nagfi-feedback talaga. Sakit sa tenga. Ayan, okay na. Ayan, wala. Pero mag-hi ka muna, Pishy Duck.
Hello.
Ayan po. Hello. Ayan guys. Maraming salamat, Pishy Duck. Ngayon ipaakitin ko na silang lahat. AJ and Ricky, you can join me into the stream. Ayan po. And I would like for you to guys to introduce yourselves and what do you do for by the way, ito pong mga kasama po natin are from Hero by Love Yourself. It is a clinic. And I would like everyone to ano na lang, kayo na lang yung magpaliwanag what does Hero by Love Yourself do? And before that, Ricky, ikaw na lang muna. Can you introduce yourself and can you let people know what do you do for a living?
Okay. So magandang gabi ulit sa lahat, no. So welcome sa today's interview with our beloved YouTubers and dun sa mga Facebook page owners, no. By the way, I am Ricky, one of the volunteers and also staff natin dito sa Hero by Love Yourself. So isa ako sa mga volunteer counselors and life coach. Also office staff natin dito. So more pagdating doon sa aside doon sa office works natin, I also do the counseling and HIV testing din also doon sa mga kapatid nating nais magpa-test.
All around ka pala, no? Staff, counselor, ang tawag dito, a life coach, and then volunteer din, no? Talagang, and thank you for what you do. Kasi a lot of people really appreciate that, and especially during the pandemic. And then AJ, ikaw, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, good evening sa lahat. Good evening po sa lahat na nagsusupport ng ating episode for tonight. I am Nurse AJ po pala, and yan, I'm one of the nurses of Love Yourself in general. And I'm also the one currently managing ng isa sa mga ating sites dito sa Cavite, or the Love Yourself. In general kasi si Love Yourself, marami siyang branches. So we're trying to reach out kung saan yung mataas yung cases. So we have in Cebu, we have in Manila, we have in Pasay. No? So we're trying to spread out and of course reach kung yung iba't ibang areas or even yung mga kasaluksukan. So, yun, ako yung nagmamanage ng isang center nila dito sa Bacoor, Cavite.
Sa Cavite ka. Pero pare-pareho lang ba kayo nasa Cavite, kayong tatlo? Are you guys all
Yes
in
po.
Cavite? Okay. Fishy Duck. Ano ba, Fishy Duck ba yun o Pushy Duck? Introduce mo naman yung sarili mo. Siguro yung iba, Ricky, mag-mute ka, Ricky. While, nagsasalita. Ayan, okay.
Ayan, okay na po ba? Ayan.
Okay na, okay.
So, ako nga pala si Ramil, isa sa mga HIV counselor and volunteer po rito sa Hero by Love Yourself. And then, ako po ay isang peer educator and then CBS motivator din po dito sa clinic na po na ito. So, yan po.
Okay, yan. Maraming salamat, Fishy Duck. Ayan. Guys, just a little bit of background. Can someone talk about what's HIV and kung kailan, paano siya nag-start? Ricky, as a counselor, can you talk more about HIV? Pwede kang i-unmute mo siya, Ricky.
Sige, Mark, second floor ko.
Parang nawala. Ayan, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Hi, Shanar and to everyone. Yan. Okay, go ahead, Ricky. Can you give us a little bit of background about HIV?
Wait lang po.
Okay. Parang nag-aano pa siya, nagmo-multitask siya. So nagtatrabaho po yata siya habang
Medyo kasi meron pong mga tinatanong yung boss natin. So yun, kaya hindi. Wait lang
sige,
po.
sige.
Pasa ko po muna kay Nurse AJ.
Okay,
Nurse AJ,
ayan, magtatrabaho muna daw si Ricky. AJ,
Sorry, may tumawag kasi. So, medyo hindi ako na-catch up doon. Sorry, Miss Lee.
Hindi, okay lang. No, kasi sabi ko nga, why do you, ang tawag dito?
Wala kang marinig.
Wala kang marinig? Ikaw na lang, Fishy Duck. Ikaw na lang kaya ang okay, narinig mo ako, AJ? Siguro, mag-out ka.
Sorry, wait. Naririnig ba ako? Sorry.
Naririnig kita.
Naririnig?
Oo, pero parang hindi mo kami naririnig.
Walang sound.
Mag-leave ka, tapos ibalik. Okay? Narinig mo kami?
Okay na.
Hindi mo kami naririnig, AJ.
Well, anyways, ayun, for the history of HIV, actually maraming mga theories, no, kung saan siya nanggaling. Kung magbabasa tayo sa internet, marami tayong mababasa. Pero yung pinaka nirerelayan ko is yung isa sa mga sources na nabasa ko is, ayun nga, the HIV virus came from sa monkeys, no? So, technically, hindi pa siya HIV yung tawag doon. So, as we all know, yung virus kasi is very intelligent and it has the capacity to mutate. No? So sabi dun sa resource na nabasa ko, so yung tinatawag nila is simian flu. Yung tawag dun sa virus from the monkeys. Tapos, hindi natin alam kung ano nangyari, kung nakipag-talik ba yung monkey doon sa tao. Pero ang mas medyo kapanipaniwala is of course, before, di ba, meron tayong mga, every country naman meron parang mga exotic food no?
Mm-mm.
So possible dun sa kanila is yung monkey is kinain ng tao. So baka hindi maganda yung pagkakaluto, ganyan. Alam naman natin ng mga medyo dati, di ba? People are eating it raw, di ba? Hindi well cooked, no? Just to survive, no? And then yun, na ano siya ng tao, and then nag-mutate, no, from tinatawag nilang simian flu, immunodeficiency virus. So sa mga tao, we call it now the human immunodeficiency virus, which is only being transmitted from human to human na. So
Mm.
hindi siya nata-transfer from animals to human, no.
Oo.
So ganun siya, di ba, just like COVID, no?
Oo.
It started, sabi nila, from the animals na
From a
nakain ng
bat.
tao,
Oo,
ganyan, and
oo.
then it mutated, and we call it now COVID, the virus. So
Mm.
ayun po.
And also when did you know what year the this pandemic started? Alam mo sa Can you hear me? Can you hear me na, AJ?
Yes po, yes po.
Alam nyo, pwede ba kayo magsama-sama na lang sa isang screen?
Hindi, okay yun eh.
Narinig kita, AJ. Ayan, hello everyone. Vince, thank you guys
Sorry,
for
ganito talaga
being
pag
here.
live, no? May
Oo,
mga
ganito
technical
talaga.
difficulties.
Anything and everything can happen. Ang tawag dito. And
What
also,
if
ayan.
i-off ko, tas I'll get back?
Oo, sige. Out ka, tapos
Okay.
balik ka. Ayan, Mayor YT Carlito Aurelio. Mega love shoutout sa'yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ayan, Ricky, okay ka na ba? Are you still
Okay na po,
working or
okay.
pwede ka na mag-start?
Okay.
Do you
Pwede na po.
oo. So, do you know when did this pandemic or the HIV virus started for everyone to know?
Oo. Sa yung first recorded po talaga ng HIV infections na tinawag na siya as HIV is noong 1959. Ito po ay sa Democratic Republic of Congo.
Mm.
Yun po yung first ever recorded na tinawag na siya as HIV.
HIV, oo. And then as correct me if I'm wrong, nagkaroon siya ng pero mamaya na lang pala. Do you ang tawag dito, can you give me like statistics kung ilan na ang positive or how many people being tested positive every day in the Philippines?
Ngayon po medyo dito ngayon po sa Pilipinas, no. So nung nakaraang taon kasi medyo bumaba, naging 25 persons per day. Ngayon as of May, meron na ulit tayong 33 persons per day na nagpa-positive for HIV.
Wow, that's a big hike. Is it because um ayan, EJ, okay na? Narinig mo na kami?
Yes.
Ayan.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay. So is it because during the pandemic, that's why it went up? Yung parang people are not doing anything, people are being coped up in the house. Why did you think the na last year it went down na, tapos pero ngayong year na to it went up again? Why do you think it's that? Ricky or E?
Sa tingin po kasi natin, kasi 'di ba last year, actually first month ng mga taon na yon, January, February, medyo mataas na rin talaga. Naglalaro pa rin siya sa 33 to 35 persons per day. Pero nung nagkasimula kasi tayo ng lockdown, so dahil na nawala ng transportation, so nagkaroon ng mga lockdown na limitado din yung paglabas ng halos lahat. So
Oo.
doon natin nakikita na talagang kaya bumaba yung kaso, hindi dahil sa
yes.
dahil sa doon sa sexual activity. Nagbaba siya yung kaso kasi iilan lang yung mga taong nakakapunta sa clinic para magpa-test.
Oo. And
Ayun po.
how is that? Kasi 'di ba they have to be they have to get tested. Like the people who are positive already, how often they have to come to your office to get blood works done? Naging ano ba 'yon? Naging cuz I know that if you're positive, you're not hindi lang yung first test mo na positive ka. You regularly go to your doctor and see kung yung to do a blood work.
Yes.
Did it affect yung sa ECQ sa lockdown? Naging epekto ba yun, AJ? Go ahead.
Ako, I would say, the good thing about Love Yourself is we're much more proactive than being reactive. now that we're foreseeing during before, I mean when we're about to see that pandemic is about to come. It's a good thing and very right timing that we were able to develop different services for our PLHIV. No, for example, we understand that the transportation is very limited, so we were able to produce what we call the express refill service, wherein yung mga PLHIV, they will just register online and will be the one to bring the medications into their door, no, sa bahay na nila, hindi na sila kailangan lumabas.
Oo,
So
oo.
it's very good kasi na-foresee na namin and we are able to develop that. So yung mga PLHIV is, of course, it's very important they continue their medications. So hindi kumbaga doon sa part na yon, hindi siya naging hindrance. When it comes to the blood works naman, or sabi niyo nga po Miss Phyllis, the communications,
Mm-mm.
we were able to develop then what we call icon or interactive consultation. So kumbaga yung client, kung meron siyang concern, mag-register lang siya online and there is a doctor and a nurse available to, ask for his or her concern. And kung kailangan ng prescription, we provide prescription then. We send it via email. Um, in terms of testing naman, we have what we call self-care. For
Mm-mm.
those people na, it's really hard to get tested and it's really hard that you are feeling something within yourself na you really want to get tested kasi you're bothered kasi you've had an activity that's really unsafe. So we have what we call self-care, wherein mag-register lang din sila online and we'll be sending them the kit. And of
Mm-mm.
course, the kit is guided, no? So may videos, here's what to do, here's what to do next. If it turned out to be positive or reactive, here's what's the next step. We even came to a point na if in case mag-reactive siya and he's not able to, travel, kami mismo yung pupunta sa bahay niya, susunduin, bring him to the laboratory, and to do the lab works, no? So I
Mm.
would say, with Love Yourself, maganda na kapag develop kami ng services to continue our advocacy, to continue what we are doing, no, and um, not to stop people from getting tested and knowing their
Oo, eh.
status,
And
especially those
it
people who are on treatment.
Yes, especially it is really important that you are aware and know your status. Because if you don't, and if you are positive, it is you're gonna give it to people, especially if you are active, sexually active. And not only sexually active, you can get it from and a different kind of ways to get it. But before natin pag-usapan yung medication, ano, and the precaution or something, kunyari meron how many deaths have been ang tawag dito, nangyari during this year, that due to ano HIV complication. Kasi I know a lot of people doesn't die from HIV. They die from the complication of, like, yung kunyari nagkaroon sila ng iba pang mga sakit. And kasi I know HIV is that it weaken your immunity. So you can get so it's easier for you to acquire like diseases or mga sakit.
Okay po. Sige, bibigyan ko po kayo ng konting data lang, no. So mag-start po
Oo.
ako ng 2018.
Okay, 2018.
Noong 2018 po, meron tayong 597 na total death. And then nung 2019, meron tayong 712. Nitong 2020, meron tayong 847. Ngayong taon, as of May 2021, meron na tayong 256.
Oh, 256 death.
This
Wow.
year.
This year. Just this year alone lang.
This year.
Do they know that they're positive? Or do you know if do you know if they're positive or not?
Yun po yung recorded na
Oo.
sa kay DOH. So ibig sabihin po nito, ano na siya, alam din po
Alam
nung
nila.
kliyente.
Oo. Oo. Hindi kasi minsan 'di ba, merong pagkakataon na na malalaman mo na kagad na hindi mo alam na positive ka hanggang nagkaroon ka na ng complication, nagpunta ka na ng doktor, 'di ba? So, do you know someone that's been dealing with that?
So far parang wala naman kasi kadalasan po kasi kapag kung nasa hospital na, dahil nga po ang HIV testing is voluntarily, kahit naman po kasi naka-confine na tayo sa hospital,
Mm.
tapos hindi tayo pumayag na i-test tayo for HIV, hindi rin po nila talaga tayo ite-test. Kaya
Ah.
kadalasan kahit naka-confine na tayo sa hospital, tapos may hint or merong idea si doktor na, ay baka meron 'tong HIV, so sinasuggest lang niya ito sa kanyang pasyente, pero kung ang pasyente po ayaw magpa-test, so hindi po ito puwedeng i-conduct.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
hindi malaki po sa malamang na kung namatay man sila po na merong HIV, hindi po ito maidadagdag doon sa bilang.
Okay. Ayan. So maraming salamat. Fishy Duck, I would like to, is it okay ba to tell everyone what you told me earlier? Okay lang ba? So you can give your testimony. Okay lang? Or no? Narinig mo ko?
Opo.
Okay. Can I tell?
Eh,
Oh, yan, sorry. Okay lang ba? Oh, nag-feedback.
Nag-feedback siya.
Ayan. Ayan, hello po kay Ate Lanisa Tortino, Steven Esteron, Marcewap, Shenaran TV at sa mga bagong pasok po dito. Maraming salamat po guys. If you again, please keep sharing, and if you want to again, this is a episode for a cause. Sa lahat po ng inyong ipapalilipad or i-give po sa amin, mapapapunta po dito sa Hero by Love Yourself. So that we can help people living with HIV. Ayan. Pwedeng lahat daw kayo mag-earphone. May earphone ka ba, AJ? Wala, oh. Sorry Kakay. Okay na? Fishy Duck?
Okay na po.
Okay na. Okay.
Yan.
So can you is it okay ba to tell everyone?
Ngayon na po ba?
Yes, but no,
Sige,
I just
sige.
wanted to kasi I wanted you to tell people, and then so I could ask you question. Kasi I don't want it to parang Go ahead.
Sige po.
Uh-uh.
Story po ba? Mag-umpisa
No.
sa story.
I know. It's just, can I tell everyone like if you're like your status ngayon?
Sige po.
Okay lang
Ako
ba?
nga pala si...
Go ahead.
Okay lang.
Okay, go ahead.
Magandang gabi po sa lahat. Ako nga pala si Ramil Sabino, isa sa mga nasa pulang laso. Ibig sabihin, ako po ay isang people living with HIV since 2014 pa po.
2014. Can I ask you a question? Anong na-feel mo when you found out na you're positive?
Yung una po kasi ganito po yung nangyari. Wala po akong idea regarding sa tatlong letra na HIV. Kasi ako po ay nagwo-work before sa gay bar po. Sa mga bar, ganyan, bilang isang mananayaw po. And then, bigla na lang po akong nagkasakit. And then, yun po, bigla po ako nabayat. And then, hindi ko alam kung ano yung nangyari sa akin. Yung oras na yon, yung panahon na yon. And then, pati yung magulang ko, walang idea kung bakit ako nangangayayat or kung bakit ako nagkaganon. Kasi, nag-umpisa lahat sa pamamaga ng leeg. Para nagkaroon ng bukol sa leeg. And then after nun, na-hospital ako sa PGH, sa Philippine General Hospital. Na-diagnose ako na may TB ako sa kulani. And then after nun, nagamutan ako. After 6 months, nawala. And then after po nun, yun na, bumalik po ako dati sa work ko bilang isang mananayaw. And then, after 2 or 3 months, bigla po akong bumaksak yung immune system ko. Bigla po akong nangayayat, as in, yung tipong isang bulate na nang parang hindi na pirma, ganun. Tapos bigla po ako nagkaroon ng mga iba't ibang infection sa sarili, like pneumonia, and then extrapulmonary, and then skin rashes po sa mukha. Tapos yun po, hanggang sa hospital po ako nun, ilang beses po ako na hospital and then kung saan-saan po akong hospital napadpad. Kasi yung panahon na yon 2014, wala pang masyadong idea yung mga hospital pagdating sa HIV.
Oh, wow. Sa
And
Manila to,
then,
no? Sa Manila? Or sa Cavite? Parang ganun.
nung una po,
PGH is in Manila. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
opo, nung una po kasi, na-hospital ako dito sa Bacoor, sa Cavite.
Mm-mm.
Yung pinagdalan sa akin dito is kulang sa mga aparato and then kulang sa knowledge kumbaga pagdating sa mga iba't ibang sakit katulad ng HIV ganun. And then yung unang hospital ko muntik pa akong mamatay kasi nga parang naubusan ng hangin or naubusan ng oxygen yung katawan ko kasi unti-unti siyang nagkukulay violet simula paa hanggang pataas. And then yun nga, tinransfer ako ng hospital. Pangalawang hospital na pinuntahan ko is PGH. Hindi nila ako tinanggap kasi pagkakasabi nun sa akin, sa pamilya ko, is puno daw po yung ward. So wala pong bakante kung ako po ay ma-admit doon sa PGH. And then, that time, dali-dali po na itinransfer po ko ng San Lazaro Hospital. And then, pagdating po ng San Lazaro Hospital, doon po ako na-admit. And then, doon din po na nalaman na ako ay infected ng HIV.
And at that point, parang hindi na at that point nang nalaman mo na HIV positive ka and that's what's causing all this infection, di ba? Kasi ang baba ng immune system mo. Ano yung naisip mo? Were there parang ano yung naisip mo at that time na HIV positive ka at nagganong ka? Ano yung naisip mo? After all na nangyari na sa mo muntik ka nang mamatay and which I'm so glad na hindi nangyari yon. Ano yung naisip mo? And can you tell me about what your family naramdaman when they found out na you're HIV positive? I'm only asking. You don't have to answer every question that I ask. No, I'm just asking those questions kasi I know a lot of people may be struggling to get tested, and if they know that they're positive, they don't know, hindi nila alam kung paano sasabihin sa kaibigan nila, sa pamilya nila, 'di ba? Kasi kasi nga yung stigma about HIV, hindi alam ng mga tao kung paano mo nakuha tong HIV nito, not just because you're sexually active, not just because napaka sexual mo, di ba? It could be anything. If you could get it from different sabi ko nga kanina, you can get it from different ways. Anong naramdaman mo? And ano yung naramdaman ng pamilya mo? Can you tell me more about that? Shy Duck.
Yun nga po, yung time na nalaman namin na ako'y positibo sa HIV, para sa akin yung time na yun, hindi pa ako masyadong open-minded pagdating sa ganung sitwasyon, sa ganung uri ng virus na meron ako. And then, yung nalaman ng tatay ko tsaka ng kapatid ko, nagulat sila. Bakit ka nagkaroon ng ganito sa nakuha? Pero hindi sila yung katulad ng ibang pamilya. Hindi ko naman inano po yung ibang pamilya po. Kumbaga parang, sinasabi ko po rito na hindi katulad ng ibang pamilya, kapag nalaman nila yung anak nila is nagkaganon, nagkaroon ng HIV, is pinandidirian. So,
correct,
ibang kaso na po yung nangyari sa akin. Ang nangyari naman po sa akin ay hindi nila po ako pinandarian. Tinanong nila kung saan ko nakuha. And then, tumawa pa nga sila kung bakit ko daw nakuha, kung bakit daw ako naman nandun sa sitwasyon na yun, na ngayayat. And then, sabi ko, hindi ko alam. Kasi hindi ko naman, wala po akong idea talaga that time na hindi ko alam HIV, and then hindi ko alam yung pamamaraan kung paano to na ipapasa. Wala po talagang idea. And then hanggang sa na-confine po ako sa San Lazaro Hospital. May isang nurse po doon na lumapit sa akin. In-interview ako for HIV screening. Tapos interview po ako for interview yung neck form na tinatawag. Yung ganun po. Nagulat ako sa mga tanong kung nakipag-sex daw po ba ako sa iba't ibang kapareha, nasarina ng dugo.
Oo.
So, napaisip ako na doon ko ba nakuha yung kung anong meron ako ngayon.
Oo.
Yan. Tapos yung hanggang sa sinagot ko yung nurse. Although, naging tapat naman ako sa mga sagot ko that time kasi nasa hospital ako. And then, yun nga, kinuha na ako ng dugo after nun. After one day, nalaman ko yung resulta, dumating yung doktor mismo na nag-aalaga sa akin. Ang unang pinagsabihan nila, yung family ko, yung tatay ko, pati yung kapatid ko. And then yun, sinabi sa akin na HIV positive daw po ako. Yun. Yun.
Ayan, maraming salamat Shy Doc, sa yung testimony and for being brave to have the guts to share your story, And ang tanong ko naman kay Ricky and AJ and Ricky, do you guys do the testing, di ba? Do you do testing? Ikaw, Ricky, do you do testing? Both of you do. Ikaw din, Shy Doc,
Yes.
do you do testing?
Yeah.
Lahat kayong tatlo, testing, no? Ano yung alam ko ang pinakamahirap na gawin nyo ay yung sabihin sa tao na they are positive. 'Di ba? Ay yun yung isa sa mga pinakamahirap na gusto na gagawin nyo bilang sa trabaho nyo. Not because knowing yung alam nyo na it's kasi nandiyan kayo, you're willing to do whatever it takes para tulungan yung mga tao, and kahit ang rami-rami nyo ng mga ginagawa, alam nyo kahit ang rami nyo ng yung mga bagay na ginagawa niyo diyan, hindi kayo nahihirapan, pero ang pinakamahirap is telling people they're positive. Bago natin 'yan pag-usapan, tawagin po na natin si Kyle para magpahinga kayo kasi parang magpahinga tayo kasi that was very parang for me it's emotional. Yung shinare ni Shy Doc, and again guys, if you know someone and if you want to share something sa mga nandito po sa baba, please just type it in. You don't have to mention any names, just to share stories about you or about anyone that are positive or living with HIV. But mamaya po balik po natin ngayon. Please tawagin po ulit natin si Kyle Justin Capuyan to give us another song.
Hello po. And this is for everyone. Kay daming tanong, walang sagot, nasasaktan, hindi alam ang dahilan, may nakabibinging bulong, natatakot, di maintindihan, nagsugat ang puso't isipan, manalig ng hindi maligaw sa dilim, may sasagot sa dalangin. Huwag kang matakot, huwag mabahala kung bumuhos ang ulan. Anumang pagsubok may dahilan. Minsa'y walang kasagutan, sa gitna ng unos pangako niya'y hindi kaiwanan. Ilang ulit nang kaniyang napatunayan, ililigtas kanya, ililigtas kanya. Minsan nawawalan ng loob susuko na, tila nakalimutan na hindi siya nang iiwan sa ingay ng mundo. Pangako niya'y di nagbago, tanggapin mo ng buo sa iyong puso. Huwag kang matakot, huwag mabahala kung bumuhos ang ulan. Ano mang pagsubok may dahilan, minsa'y walang kasagutan. Sa gitna ng unos, pangako niya'y di kaiwanan. Ilang ulit na kaniyang napatunayan, ililigtas kanya, ililigtas kanya. Basta't magtiwala, huwag kang matakot, huwag mabahala kung bumuhos ang ulan. Ano mang pagsubok may dahilan, minsa'y walang kasagutan. Sa gitna ng unos, pangako niya'y di kaiwanan. Ipaglalaban ka sa gitna ng digmaan. Ilang ulit nang kaniyang napatunayan, kahit kailan ililigtas kanya. Ililigtas kanya. Ililigtas kanya. God bless everyone.
Fine light and beautiful sea, I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive, we're like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Free as a bird in the sky, that is what you are. Breathe and you know you're alive. Feel the beat of your heart. Well, life is a crazy way of turning everything upside down. So move with the time that you have. The world will keep spinning round. Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Ayan, so hello everyone again sa mga nadyan po sa baba. Sa mga kapapasok lang po dyan, um, Cassini, Cassini Tan, Marcewap, Jep Chup Chup, John Dalvic Vlog, hello po sa inyong lahat. At sa lahat po ng nadyan sa Facebook page, hello again. Again, this is the HIV episode po ng Simple Miss P. Maraming salamat po sa lahat po ng na nadito po sa ating programa. Again, if you have the power to share this live stream and if you have the extra money, please, nadyan po yung Gcash nilagay ko and kung pwede kayong magpalipad, lahat po ng kikitain ko ngayon sa ating programa ay mapapapunta po sa Hero by Love Yourself dito po sa ating mga kasamahan to help people living with HIV na na supportahan sila kasi I know a lot of people were affected by this pandemic and also the people that doubly po sa mga taong who's living with HIV kasi they have needs, alam niyo yun, and for to help themselves as well. Ito, balik tayo din sa sa question ko kanina, AJ, Ricky, and Shaida. Gaano kahirap yung sabihin sa tao and how do you prepare yourself? As of this time ba, ano na kayo, parang immune na kayo? Or it's still, mahirap? Ricky.
Sa akin, so lagi ko po kasi sinasabi sa kliyente na pagpasok nila palagi ng pintuan ng bawat clinic ni Love Yourself, so tinatrato talaga kasi sila bilang hindi na kliyente, hindi na bilang pasyente, kundi bilang parte din talaga ng aming pamilya. So from the word na pamilya, so alam naman natin, no, talagang kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan ng isa, pagdadaanan nating lahat. So kung
Correct.
gaano kahirap ito doon sa kliyente namin, no, hindi naman namin sila tinatawag na pasyente, dahil hindi naman tayo hospital, so kliyente po
Correct.
lagi ang tawag namin sa kanila. So kung ano man po yung pinagdadaanan nila, pinagdadaanan din po namin yun. And actually dito kasi sa amin, so halos lahat kami, kahit kami na nagkakandak ng testing, hindi rin po talaga namin alam kung ano talaga yung magiging resulta nung testing. Then sabay ka parati kasi nito, si kliyente at tsaka si counselors, sabay nilang nalalaman kung ano yung nagiging resulta ng testing. So
Okay.
pareho kaming walang alam sa kung ano man yung magiging resulta ng testing. Ang ginagawa lang natin bilang counselors, inihahanda lang natin parate si kliyente doon sa may posibilidad. So kasi dito nagkakaroon tayo ng tanungan, kinakamusta natin si kliyente, kung kamusta ba siya, kamusta yung mga sexual activity niya these past months, past years. So doon pa lang sa pagtatanong, so nakikita na natin yung kung gaano kataas yung risk na pwede siyang mahawa ng HIV virus. So dahil doon sa natanong na natin yung risky behavior niya, inihahanda na natin siya doon sa posibilidad na maaari na yung maging resulta ng testing niya ay maging reactive. No? Dahil doon nakikita na natin kung paano maaaring mag-react, kung paano yung mararamdaman ng ating mga kliyente, kung ganun man, kung maging reactive yung resulta ng kanyang testing, and then kung halimbawa, dahil nakita naman natin na napakaliit yung risky behavior niya, so makikita din naman natin kung ano yung magiging reaction niya kapag ang naging resulta naman ng testing niya is negative.
So, Ricky, reactive means you're tested positive.
Positive.
Okay. Yeah, just for some people's information, reactive po is positive. So,
medyo clarify ko lang yun, Miss Philly, no?
Okay, got.
With the screening kits kasi na ginagamit natin dito, malalaman natin if there is a reaction, meaning there is the presence of the virus, inside the body. That is why we say it's reactive or non-reactive. We cannot immediately say na it's positive, pero ayun, mataas yung chance na if it's reactive, marami pa kasing series of tests yan, and what we call confirmatory test.
Okay.
So, in the Philippines, ang gumagawa ng confirmatory test is of course si San Lazaro. So siya lang yung nag-iisang institution, and I'm proud to say na Love Yourself has also been acknowledged, no, to conduct the confirmatory test.
Okay.
So si confirmatory test, siya yung magsasabi if the person is positive talaga.
Okay.
So it
Ayan.
doesn't mean na kapag reactive, positive na agad siya. So we clarify na it's reactive. Let's wait for the confirmatory kung positive talaga.
So, kapag nag-reactive ka, nag-reactive test, kailangan pa ni client pumunta sa San Lazaro to get tested?
Ano,
Well, so,
nag-extract kami ng
now,
blood dito sa clinic and
okay.
then we send it to San Lazaro.
Okay. So, hindi na kailangan pumunta ni client dun sa San Lazaro. So, you're the one who sends the kit to San Lazaro and get tested. Ayun. Is it
And we
free?
explain it to the... Yes.
Okay, it's free. Go ahead. And you explain it to who? To the client.
Sabihin ko na parang nawala ako.
Parang you explain it to your client na about the reactive.
Ayun, sorry. Kasi for the treatment, I know yung iba kasi may questions about treatment. As much as possible, we want to wait for the confirmatory before mag-start ng treatment.
Mm-mm.
But of course, ayun nga, medyo matagal kasi yung result ng confirmatory. Sayang yung oras na hinahabol natin.
Mm-mm.
So we explain to all the clients na while waiting for the confirmatory, the client has the option to start treatment agad-agad. No? Kasi sabihin na natin, sige, mag-start na tayo ng treatment, start na tayo ng medication, and what if it turn out na negative pala? Na after a month or two, negative pala, then there's no problem. We can immediately cut the medication and then, tuloy na ulit ang buhay ni client.
Buhay,
Ang problem is, what if hindi tayo mag-start ng medication and then there are already a lot of infections and probably yung immune system niya is sobrang bagsak na, no? So yun yung sayang na a-attain pa natin yung oras. So the client always has the option. Of course, we guide them. It's still their option if they want to start treatment while waiting for the confirmatory.
Ayan. And guys, just to to inform you, meron pong treatment ang HIV. Hindi po siya gamot para mawala ang HIV, pero treatment lang po to maintain kung magkaroon po to live just like the people not living with HIV. Meron nga pong iba na mas HIV na mas malakas pa sa mga taong walang HIV. So my
there's
question,
no cure.
There's no cure. Yes.
There's no cure.
Yeah,
but
not
there's
yet.
treatment.
Yes, there's no cure, not yet. But hopefully
soon.
Hopefully soon, di ba? Ang question ko naman is, what's the wrong notion about people living with HIV? Kay Shaidak, ano yung yung mga maling akala ng mga tao regarding people living with HIV. And of course, Ricky and AJ, you can answer the question as well kasi malapit kayo sa mga tao or ng mga may HIV, no? Ano yung mga wrong notion and discrimination as well? Ikaw, Shaidak, ano yung parang wrong notion about people who living with HIV? Ano yung maling akala nila?
Yung mga maling akala po ng mga tao pagdating sa taong merong HIV, na ang HIV daw po ay nakukuha sa pakikipaghalikan, pakikipag-usap, and then yung pinaggamitan ng taong merong HIV, doon ka daw mahahawa, katulad ng kutsara, tinidor, baso, plato, CR, tuwalya, na hindi naman totoo talaga. Kasi kung natusin, ma'am, ang HIV po ay hindi po nakukuha sa ganung pamamaraan. Ang HIV ay nakukuha lamang sa tatlong pamamaraan naman po. Unang-una, pakikipagtalik ng walang proteksyon sa iba't ibang kapareha. Pangalawa, nasalinan ng dugo na hindi mo alam kung saan nanggaling. And then, isa pa, karayom na ginamit ng iba, na ginamit mo pa. And then, organ transplant. At pangatlo, mula sa ina hanggang sa kay hindi nadalang sanggol, pwedeng maipasa ang HIV. So, mali po yung mga balitang nababasa natin through social media, like ang HIV daw is for example, yung dugo na infected ng HIV, pag tinurok daw sa saging, is mahahawa ka. Ang tanong po doon kasi, ma'am, yung saging po ba is tao? Which is hindi naman po. So yun, ganun po yung mga maling haka-haka. And then, discrimination na nararanasan ng mga taong merong HIV, yung yung pinandidirihan sila, which is na hindi naman talaga dapat mandiri. And then, kung tutusin, dapat yung mga taong positibo sa HIV, sila pa dapat yung mag-ingat doon sa mga taong nakakasalamuha nila. Kasi
Correct.
yung immune system nila hindi na tulad before, and then yung immune system nila hindi tulad ng ibang tao. Which is na okay yung immune system namin, pero hindi na siya ganong totally na strong. Yun po.
Ayan. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, AJ or Ricky and or Shai. Kapag ang HIV virus or yung ano lang siya, nabubuhay lang po siya sa tao. At habang nasa tao po siya, buhay po ang HIV ang virus. Pero kapag ang dugo ay tumulo sa let's say sa isang sa lamesa, na namamatay na rin yung virus doon, di ba? Kahit hipuin mo pa yung dugo na yon, once na dumapo na at nawala na siya sa tao, wala na po yung virus na namamatay na yung virus. And also, hindi rin po siguro totoo na correct me if I'm wrong, yung lamok, kapag nakagat ng lamok ang isang tao na may HIV positive, tapos kinagat ka ng lamok na wala rin yun, hindi ka rin mahahawa sa HIV. And also, kailangan nyo po ng hundreds of gallons of saliva para mahawa sa HIV. So kunyari, unless if you have like bago kang bunot, or merong kang sore throat or sore sa inyong mga sa labi, tas nakipaghalikan ka, that's the only way na pwede kang mahawa sa HIV. Pero kapag nakipaghalikan ka at okay naman yung bibig mo, you're not it's less chance of getting the virus. Am I correct, AJ and everyone?
Yes,
Do you guys
that is correct na.
Papa. Do you guys wanna share anything else about the kung paano yung makukuha? And also there is a parang kasi dito sa Amerika meron ng parang yung parang sa sa pag mabuntis ka, just to yung ang tawag dito kapag akala nalaman mo na parang parang expose ka sa isang tao na HIV. Tapos nalaman mo within 24 hours, you can go to the hospital to get that pill to retract the virus para maagapan na hindi ka magkaroon ng HIV. Do you guys have that in the Philippines as well?
Yes. That's really a nice question and very timely, na Miss Philly. We have those kind of services also offered by Love Yourself. For those people who immediately found out that they had a contact or they had been exposed to HIV, we have what we call post-exposure prophylaxis. So meaning post, natapos na-expose ka na din sa virus. So you have at least 72 hours to take the medication for us to prevent, having the HIV infection. We also have what we call pre-exposure prophylaxis. No, I just want to promote this. For those people who are very active in terms of sexual activity, those people na may partner who is living with HIV, hindi pa undetectable yung viral load, sex workers, we encourage them to have PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis. So this is a pill. I have it with me. This is a pill na tinitake ng isang taong walang HIV para maprotektahan siya from HIV. Pero I just want to clarify that it can only protect us from HIV, but it cannot protect us from other sexually transmitted infections. So this medication or these services are available with Love Yourself.
Yes. So that is the people that parang kasi dito yata ang Victarvi yung mga na dito sa US. I'm not sure if they have that in the Philippines, but ayun nga. So may tanong dito si Shen RN TV. Sabi niya, why is there cases with HIV reactive results and it turned out negative after the confirmatory test? What are the causes of this false positive results?
One of the possible causes would be the quality of the test kits. Now we're using screening kits, and these are not 100% accurate, but it is around 98 or 99% accurate. So of course there are malfunctions din dun sa mga test kits natin. No? So
Oo.
that is also possible. So that's a good question. No? Na sometimes it turned out to be negative.
And there's a follow-up question about that. How do you deal with these people? I'm sure it caused chaotic emotions and feeling having false positive results. Do you guys parang do you get the blame from people? Parang hindi kayo ang test nyo bakit ganyan? You know how people like they kapag nabigla sila, they find people to blame and to parang labasan ng ano, parang yung relief, yung sense of relief kasi ng ibang mga tao galit na alam mo yun, imbis na umiyak, imbis na parang ganun. How do you guys deal with these people na nagfo-false positive?
Well, for me, Miss Philly, I had an experience with a client who turned out to be negative pala with the confirmatory. So of course, their emotions or their reaction is valid, no? If we're gonna put ourselves to their position, syempre marami nang naging ano yan naging effect sa kanila, taking medication, yung hassle ng consultations, and the emotional attack na nangyari sa kanila na they undergone this feeling of positive sila na they feel discriminated and all, then only to find out na hindi pala. So I'm gonna share based on what happened with a client of ours, no. So ayun na lumabas yung confirmatory niya na it turned out to be negative. Pero what we did is, of course, medyo nag-introduce ka na dumating na yung result ng confirmatory test, and we just want to make sure no na sa result. So we advise or we encourage him to get tested. So only to find out na nung negative yung confirmatory niya, and then during the test, the most recent test, reactive na naman siya. So of course, we're gonna counsel what happened. Did you always practice safe sex? And the person was actually guilty na hindi siya nagpa-practice ng safe sex.
Okay.
I know it's kind of confusing and it's a chaotic emotion when you turn out to be reactive, then negative, and then reactive. But we always go back to our core na we're doing this to prevent infection. No? Kung hindi niya, kung nag-practice na siya ng safe sex sana, we could have prevented the infection from occurring talaga. Kasi yun nangyari sa client natin na nag-reactive, submit ng blood for confirmatory, and then nung tinest ulit, nag-reactive talaga siya. No? So nagpadala kami ng blood for confirmatory and it turned out na nag-positive na siya. So meaning, during the course ng kanyang treatment, is nagpa-practice siya ng unsafe sex.
And also, kasi alam mo, sa totoo lang, correct me again if I'm wrong, the most ang pinakamaraming sinungaling ay yung mga pasyente talaga. Hindi sa court of law, hindi sa ang ang maraming sinungaling ay mga pasyente talaga because of the guilt and of course the shame din na hindi nila masabi kahit sa professional, sa mga doctors kung ano yung mga ginagawa nila kasi minsan napapahiya and we cannot blame them for that as well. Diba?
Yes. We cannot we cannot really blame them na minsan sasabihin nila na hindi naman sila nakipag-sex or
correct.
Isang subo lang ganyan. Tapos it's gonna turn out to be reactive, pero we just have to believe kung ano yung sasabihin nila. I mean, we don't really have the right to say talaga ba te, di ba?
Parang ganun.
So we just wanna believe kung ano yung sasabihin nila, and we just counsel them, and it's their right kung ayaw talaga nilang sabihin, and sila lang naman nakakaalam ng totoo.
Correct. And another question, ito nga sabi nga ni Shenar and stigma. Of course, that's the stigma of having HIV and people who parang kung gusto kang magpapatest, kung mga magpapatest ng ng for HIV testing, they already think na ay, baka ma-judge ako, ganyan, baka yung, alam mo yun. So, those are like the things na iniiwasan ng mga tao. May tanong dito si Direk Paul. Direk Paul, talagang dito ka nagpa-project. So, sabi niya, ilan meron kayong statistics kung sino ang mas maraming nagte-test positive, kung babae or lalaki?
Sige po, bibigyan ko po kayo. So ngayon po kasi doon bali sa last na bulletin ni DOH, ni Epidemiology Bureau,
Oo.
meron pong mula 1984 up to June 2021, meron tayo ng total cases, reported cases po ito. Ibig sabihin nag-undergo na ito ng confirmatory testing na 88,000 108. 94% po nito ay lalaki at 6% po nito ay babae.
Babae. Okay. So, ayan.
Sex at birth po ito.
Sex at birth. Oh, okay. Okay. Ang tawag dito. And meron pang isa siyang tanong. Sa buong mundo, anong bansa ang may pinakamataas na case na HIV? Do you know? Anyone? And ano? Kung pero the question is eto na lang, habang iniisip niyo ang question is sa Pilipinas, is this ito bang year na to or last year or what was the year na may pinakamataas na rise ng HIV positive? Or is it like this year? Kasi mas maraming nagpapa-test na. AJ.
Kung pagbabasehan po natin yung data, ang may actually taon-taon tumataas yung bilang. No, ang may isa dito sa may pinakamataas natin na bilang is noong 2019 na meron tayong total na 12,778. Tapos kung mapapansin nyo, bigla itong nag-drop ng 8,058 noong 2020.
Okay. So, biglang nag-drop din din.
Kada taon na halos hindi siya bumababa, talagang pataas po siya dito sa atin.
Okay. Kaya guys, so know your status, magpatingin kayo, magpa-test kayo. It's not the end of the world kapag nag-test kayo ng positive. And of course, it is also ang tawag dito na malaman niyo na rin na kung hindi kayo kung negative kayo para maging mas precautious pa kayo, mas maingat pa kayo sa mga gagawin yung sexual activities. Okay lang makipag-sex guys, basta maging lang tayo maging maingat, practice safe sex. And if you don't practice safe sex, it is important that you both know your statuses, kung sino man ang kung sino man yung magiging partner mo. The question is ang tawag dito nawala yung train of thought ko. So as like during the pandemic, 'di ba, syempre the virus yung coronavirus, it's attacks everyone's immune system din kasi, 'di ba? And especially your lungs. With someone having HIV and people who's living with HIV and fully vaccinated ka, 'di ba? Does it help or mayroon bang sense ang isang HIV positive na taong vaccine or parang useless lang sa kanila? Kasi yung kanilang immune system is already parang being attacked by the current the virus that they already have. Do you think it will help, the vaccine will help people that living with HIV?
Well, of course, Miss P, these viruses are different and they have their own characteristic. They have their own ano ba? Let's say way of infecting, yung progress ng infection iba-iba. So, of course, COVID virus is different from HIV virus. So, of course, there is a big help for those people living with HIV to get vaccinated, no? Dapat hindi sila matakot kasi we really encourage people to get vaccinated. With the studies naman of the vaccine, included naman ang buong gender, even PLHIV naman is included dun sa study. So, dapat hindi sila matakot. And it's really, preventing the worst case scenario. Kaya kami with Love Yourself, we even partnered with LGUs, for us to vaccinate hopefully all our clients kasi we want
Mm.
them to be vaccinated kasi they need to be protected.
Oo,
They, they,
oo.
they, they just don't need the vaccine because they are PLHIV. But of
Oo.
course, we want our sabi nga ni Ricky, we want our family to be protected.
Oo, correct, correct. And alam mo kasi dito sa Amerika, they prioritize people who has HIV, who has like diseases that ano, yung talagang causing their immune system um get vaccinated. The first people na to get vaccinated are the people with HIV, tapos yung mga seniors, those are like the people. And okay naman kasi there's some ano kasi, there's some studies or there's something na I think it was in the news na ang vaccine daw it doesn't really protect people who has HIV. Do you think that's true? Have you guys talked about that?
Ako, I would say it could protect everyone. I mean,
Okay.
the HIV status doesn't really determine the effectivity of the vaccine. No? The vaccine
Mhm.
is really intended for everyone. Kasi if it won't help the PLHIV, then why the people would, especially in the medical field or DOH or WHO, why would they encourage people living with HIV to get
To get
vaccinated
it.
if it
Yeah.
won't work for them? So
Yes.
it's
And
really
of
a
course,
protection for everyone regardless of brand. No,
mhm.
ako I don't really much entertain kapag anong brand ng
Anong
iniinject ko
brand?
sa
Yes.
inyo.
Correct, correct, correct.
Ganyan. So alam mo yun, it's really for everyone. Regardless of brand, you have to get vaccinated for you to protect yourself and for you to protect your loved ones, your family, and even your community.
Yes, get test. I mean, not tested. Get vaccinated, and not only you're helping yourself, but you're protecting yourself, but you're protecting other people as well. Again, the vaccine is not a cure; it is only a prevention. So that if you get the virus, the COVID, yun nga sabi mo kanina, it protects you from worst case scenario. Hindi ka na magkakaroon ng masyadong you know,
Malalang sintomas
malalang
or malalang.
sitwasyon. Oo. Ayan.
Ako
And
nga
ay
sabi ko
ay
nga yung sa doctor namin dito, Miss Philly, vaccinated siya, no? She's
oo.
not a PLHIV, pero sabi ko, alam mo, Doc, I really admire you, sabi ko. Kasi
Oo.
you've been diagnosed or you've been hit with COVID 3 times. Pero
Mm.
andiyan ka pa din, nagjo-duty ka pa din, you still, work on
Three
site.
times, 3 times. Wow.
3 times.
That's
Di ba parang kung ikaw kasi yun, parang isa pa lang, parang ayoko na, tatama na muna.
oo, parang
Pero siya three
pahinga
times
muna ako.
talaga.
Oo. And that's the determination talaga na to help. Ay
There's a
sabi
heart.
nga and tell doc that talagang I commend her or sa lahat. And thank you for all the the mga frontliners, of course. You guys doing this. Alam ko hindi naman masyadong malaki ang sweldo ng mga medical practitioner or mga medical ano yung mga nurses, as mga clinician, mga counselor, mga life coaches sa Pilipinas. Hindi siya gano'n kalaki, no. Pero you guys still ay, Shaidak, mag-mute ka.
Mag-meet
Please,
kita.
ay, ayun. Tapos yun yung mga yun na, di ba? Pero you guys are still continue doing this and thank you so much. Meron pong nag-donate may nag-send po sa akin sa GCash. I'm not sure if she wants me to say the name, pero maraming salamat. Dodoblehin ko po yung sinad niya para maibigay po kay sa Hero by Love Yourself. Again, ang tawag dito, kay Shaidak, is it hard to find love or to find someone, a partner, when it comes to being positive? No, kasi 'di ba, ay sabi nagre-resign ang mga nurses sa St. Luke's na nga nag-resign na nga nurses sa St. Luke. Yes. Kasi nga ang baba and like especially with the COVID the situation, a lot of people are being overworked and less compensated, 'di ba? Um And sa lahat po na nagtitiyaga at nagpapatuloy pa rin po magtrabaho kahit ganyan po ang inyong mga sweldo at maraming salamat po dahil kayo po ang tumutulong sa mga tao na may sakit, 'di ba? You guys are the first responder, frontliners, kahit walang sweldo, nagtatrabaho pa rin. Sabi nga ni AJ, yung doktor na nandun, 3 beses na siya nag-tested positive pero nandiyan pa rin siya tumutulong. Pero Shy, um Mahirap bang mag-ano? Mahirap Are you in a relationship right now?
Ah,
Next
regarding sa mga
question, please.
sa Ricky, teka lang Tumahimik ka dyan.
So Ricky mag-ano ka, mag-mute ka muna kasi nagfi-feedback. Okay. Okay. Shy up.
Ganito ma'am, para sa akin hindi naman siguro basehan kung anong meron ka.
Mm.
As long na ikaw mismo yung nandiyan sa sarili mo, walang masama kung magmamahal ka ng totoo.
Oo. Pero is it
And
hard?
then, yung kagaya namin sa mga people living with HIV, sa iba siguro mahirap,
Mm.
pero para sa akin parang hindi naman.
Oh,
Ganun
wow.
po.
Meron kang ano, are you in a relationship right now?
Ah,
Ano daw?
meron po.
Ano sabi mo, AJ?
Almost. Sabi ko sana all.
Sana all talaga. Ako single.
Nako, Madam AJ! Meron ka!
Si Ricky, naka-mute ka. Sige, magsabi ka. Ano yun? Hi,
Sure
Kabay!
ka, single
Pero
ka.
ayun, just to add up, I mean, for people living with HIV kasi sometimes they prefer to have a partner na PLHIV din.
Correct.
But we have to understand nga kasi na it's their opinion and feeling kasi nila mas madali yung magiging situation kasi hindi kasi ganun kadaling i-open, no? It's still a struggle for them. Ako, I have clients na parang may dinidate sila tapos sasabihin nila, sabihin ko na ba? Parang ganun. So I always advise them na hindi mo kailangang sabihin agad-agad, lalo na kung hindi ka pa ready. Sabi ko kasi, we're not sure of the person eh. Baka mamaya i-disclose na lang kung kani-kanino. It creates, a lot of negative impacts sa life mo. So, just like your family and your friends, sabi nga namin kapag may nagpa-positive, you don't really have to tell it to someone or to anyone right now. Sabi ko, you just have to accept it for yourself. And alam mo yun, you're still the same person. Whatever goals or whatever dreams or talents or skills you have before you even know your status, you are still the same that person. And you can actually even do better.
And it's your decision if you want to tell that to people if you're positive or not, and people shouldn't be asking you anything anyway about your like alam mo yun, especially kung hindi naman kayo magse-sex or anything.
Ako to be honest, kunyari sa Twitter kasi I have Twitter account. So kunyari naghahanap may mga Twitter is really a good platform din, no? Or probably depends on how you use it. But Twitter is a good platform for people living with HIV kasi they can create their alter accounts if they're not ready to disclose their status. Dito sila nakakakuha ng sympathy and ng help. Post lang sila, anyone who experienced this, what can I do? Diba? So, doon sila nakakakuha ng advice and marami yung nakakatulong doon. If they even need financial support, they can post their Gcash, as marami nagsisend. So, I would say, Twitter is really a good platform for people living with HIV, especially those na hindi pa accepted or marami pang doubts. Pero, ayun, ako sinasabi ko din minsan, ako, I don't zero sort, no? When we say zero sort, hindi ka namimili ng taong i-date mo or mamahalin mo, regardless
Would you
of
date?
status.
Would you date or have you dated someone with HIV? Living with HIV?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes. So, wala namang problema doon eh. You just have to know how to protect yourself, no? Regardless of their status.
Pero again,
ako sinasabi ko pa minsan, you don't have to love me or you don't have to love or like me just because alam mong accepted kita. So sinasabi ko na you have to love me because mahal mo ko.
Oh yes. You know what, a lot of people, that's the that's the wrong notion about parang kasi mararaming mga HIV positive, they fall for people hindi, parang nakikipagrelasyon din sila. Don't get me wrong, maraming tao na may gusto rin sa mga HIV positive. And a lot of people are actually, it shouldn't be, but people are sometimes ang fetish nila is people who has HIV. They have sex with people with HIV because that's what it they turn them on. Um, pero marami ding mga HIV positive na nagmamahal ng isang tao na hindi positive because alam nilang mahal sila pero hindi naman kahit hindi nila mahal yung tao, 'di ba? Kasi
I
parang
mean,
wala
dahil
ng choice
okay
pa
lang
rin.
sa kanila,
Oo, correct, correct,
pero
correct.
not really dahil gusto niya yung tao. Parang feeling ko
Okay.
may mga ganun din naman siguro.
Oo,
Pero ako yun
correct.
yung sinasabi ko na you don't
Oo.
have to love me or like me just simply because I accept you.
Oo, correct.
You have to love me because of who I am.
ikaw Ricky. Ricky, ikaw, have you fallen or do you would you love someone who's positive?
Lag.
Lag ka.
Yes, before, nagkaroon na rin po. Hello po. Okay na po ba?
Mhm.
Yun. So dati nagkaroon na rin ako ng karelasyon na people living with HIV, no. Minahal ko yung tao hindi dahil sa kung anong meron siya, kundi siya yun.
Mm. Mm. Parang sa pelikula
Kasi
yun,
kung mamahalin mo yung
"Mahalin mo ako dahil
hindi.
kailangan mo ako." Sige, get.
Ay, parang gano'n, talagang
Oo.
ano. Hindi, gano'n naman kasi tayo, eh. Tayo minamahal naman din talaga natin yung isang tao dahil mahal natin sila, dahil
Mm.
may nakita tayong katangian nila na nagustuhan natin. Hindi naman
Mm.
natin tinatanong kung ano yung status mo, ano yung meron ka, 'di ba? Hindi
Pero
naman
'di ba
natin yung
nowadays
tinatanong the
kasi
first.
oo, at saka nowadays
Sige
sa
po,
mga
sige po.
dating site 'di ba, I'm sorry, pero nowadays sa mga dating site nakalagay na dun kung anong status mo 'di ba?
Meron naman po, meron. May iba.
May iba. And ano ha, hello Thomas Ian TV and of course the Project Vince. Sabi ni the Project Vince, hence love moves in mysterious ways. And that's true naman talaga, no? Loves moves in mysterious ways. Pero kanina balikan tayo dun sa nakikipag-date na both HIV positive. They don't recommend, guys. They don't recommend just because you guys are both positive, you guys can have sex without protection. If you guys are both positive, you shouldn't be having sex without protection. You still have to use protection dahil mas ano to, mas delikado 'yon, no? Mas delikado yung two people living in with HIV na um, having sex unprotected. Correct me if I'm wrong. AJ, is that true?
Ako I cannot tell na mas delikado.
Oo.
But of course, it's a risk. So it's still a risk for them to have different kinds of sexually transmitted infections.
Mm.
Also, baka kasi medyo complicated siya explain, pero baka kasi yung virus kasi di ba nag-mutate? The ARV or the antiretroviral kasi, it's a medication that they have to take every day. So there are people na nagsiskip ng medication, hindi nila natitake on time or hindi nila natitake every day. And it may develop drug resistance. No? So the virus will become drug resistance to this particular medication. So what if yung isa, ganito yung strain ng virus niya, yung nag-mutate, tapos yung isa, hindi ganun yung sa kanya. So what if pwede siyang mahawa doon and then eventually, yung gamot niya, hindi na rin mag-work sa kanya, magiging nakuha niya yung drug resistant na type ng virus. So ngayon, kailangan niya mag-change ng medication kasi that medication is no longer working for him.
Mm-mm. And then you know, basta period. If you know you're positive, don't have sexual relationship or sexual intercourse unprotected. And ano, AJ, Shydak, and Ricky, before tayo mag-end, gusto ko munang ipapasukin yung in-invite ko na special guest ko. And of course, I want him to tell his story naman kasi and I want him to say it. I don't want it to say it kasi nadun siya sa isang LS and I really admire this person. Nasa isa siyang LS niya and I was there and I was parang promoting this episode and he had said something to me during that live and I want him to explain that to everyone. And before that, question to AJ. bago ko pakilala tong isang guest natin, question to AJ, from a scale of 1 to 10, gaano ka supportive ang Philippine government, DOH, sa mga programs about HIV awareness and prevention?
In terms of the medication, no, they always provide the medication naman, and they provide condoms and lubricant. Ako, to be honest, it will boil down sa mga
mga
sa mga leaders ng iba't ibang area if they will really support this kind of activities. So to answer your question, siguro ako I would say 7.
7. At least it's still
So there is the presence, pero we can do better pa.
Better, oo. It could be better, oo. Pero yan ha, EJ, dyan na muna kayo, no? And I'm really glad na makakasama natin siya. Please welcome on one of our guests pa rin to parang share his testimony naman on a different side of level. Please welcome ang aking idolo, Kuy Sandiro.
Hi guys, magandang araw sa inyo. Umaga dito. Yeah, I'm
anong oras na dyan, Kuy Sandiro?
It's exactly 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Wow, maraming salamat ha.
Yan. Oo, salamat din. Maidolo ka naman. Sabi ko na nga ba, paiiyakin mo ako.
Hindi kita paiiyakin. Guys, I want you to meet Sandiro. This is si Shaidak, si Ramil, Ricky, AJ. They are all from Kuis, working from Hero Love Yourself sa Pilipinas, who counsel si Ricky is a life coach and a counselor, and he does counseling with HIV positive people. AJ is a nurse, and also Shaidak is also a counselor, no, and a volunteer, and also living with HIV.
Okay.
And dito po Kuya Sandiro, bago tayo mag-usap, mag-hi ka muna sa mga nadyan sa baba if you can see them.
Ayan. Actually, I cannot see them, pero mega love shoutout sa inyong lahat. And I was in another premiere of 2 other channels, and I mentioned to them na yun nga, may show ka na ganito, and I told them that I might drop in. Kaya I'm hoping they're all there. Kumusta sa lahat, yung mga taga Cebu, at saka lahat ng sumusuporta sa atin. Yun, sabi ko sa inyo. Lagi niyong panoorin si Miss P because social awareness is it's a very good learning experience for each and every one of us, lalo na dun sa mga either may pinagdadaanan or may kakilala. You could throw more support to other people if you learn a lot about certain factors na yun nga posibleng pinagdadaanan nila.
Yes. Hello daw sir, sir Kuya Sandiro from the Project Vince.
Hi Project Vince. Magandang umaga sa iyo. Ayun, salamat. Okay.
Ayan, Kuya Sandiro, okay, ito, can you tell us your story naman?
Okay. So, ayan na nga. Okay. It was April of last year when I was notified that my first son, off of my first marriage, was in the hospital. And apparently, siyempre kasagsagan ng COVID, he was being treated for some stomach ailments, appendicitis, di umano. And then, of course, it being the height of the pandemic, he had to undergo several tests to confirm na siya ay COVID negative before undergoing any other treatment. Now, during the course of the examination, that was when I found out that being the father, I had the privilege of being informed about the results of the examination, and so I found out that he was HIV positive. Okay, so yung kwento, maiksing kwento ng anak ko na yun. We've been apart for almost all his life. dahil nga doon sa, alam mo na yung mga kwentong early marriage, ganyan, or early, pagsasama, ganyan. And then, yun. So, I've always tried to reach out, but ang problema, ganun na lang. Okay, so, when I learned, I talked to him directly, and I told him na, oh, ganyan pala. And you don't have to worry because the treatments are abound ngayon. Marami. And of course, yung pagmamahal at suporta na naka-ready para sa iyo. And we're making steps to bring you here, to have you treated para mas mabilis, mas kumpleto. Gaya nga ng sabi ng narinig ko kanina, mayroon namang suporta sa Pilipinas, but like you've said, medyo kulang. And the availability of the treatment, even the medication, is much more easily accessible dito. So ganun. Then inoperahan siya, and okay na, and he was on his recovery stage, and we were making plans kung sa after no hospitalization, saan siya pupunta, ganun. There was a thought in the mind which I did not dare to ask him out of respect and love na tanong saan siya, kasi he was already 28 years old at the time. Pero honestly, I wanted to ask him, did you know all along that you are HIV positive or something? Pero yun nga, hindi ko tinanong. Kasi I thought at the time it was irrelevant. Kasi nandun wala tayong magagawa, di ba? Kung hindi to move forward. On a daily basis, from hospitalization to bago nangyari yung ganun, we were in close contact. Even sa work, because I had the privilege to use my cell phone, we were in communication. Ang problema, he was intubated. So most of the time that we did chatting was, I was the one talking and he was just like texting away, right? So, yun. And then, looking back, may telltale signs na gagawin pala niya yun. Kasi, of course, there was an onset of the depression. Yung hirap nung naka-hospital ka during COVID, walang makadalaw, etc. And yun nga, I don't know. So parang iniisip ko, baka nun lang din niya nalaman kasi ang bigat nung dating sa kanya. So, one morning sa Pinas, around 4 a.m. doon, nag-message siya na, papabili po ako ng pagkain. Ganun. Or nag-order siya ng delivery. Sinabihan ko pa, sabi ko, baka naman pwedeng pag-order ka. Yung agad-agad mag-abiso ka kasi madaling araw dyan . Yung pala naka-order na. So, okay, sige ka. Wala kang problema kung intinding gastos. Tapos, siya nagsabi, para ano po yan sa mga nurses and doctors, pasasalamat ko po sa pag-aalaga. To my mind, he was just being appreciative, right? Showing his gratitude. And then, a couple of hours later, nakatulog ko. It was 10 p.m. here. So, paggising ko, I was woken up by a message from my mom saying that, wala na raw siya. So, sabi ko, nangyari, kala ko ba on recovery na siya. Ganun. So, nung alamin ko, tinanggal niya yung tubo sa sarili niya. Nagkusa, kumbaga. So, everyone was in a shock. Everyone was nagulat. So, doon ko nakita na, magpapaalam na pala yung bata. Hindi ko man lang na. So, yun. Ngayon, yung sa HIV, syempre, after that incident, I indulged more into learning more about it. And I found out that especially nowadays, it's not really the disease that kills, but it's more the stigma. You know, like when a person has HIV and like he lacks knowledge on how to go about it. Yun nga, and especially if he lacks support from friends and family who supposedly dapat sila ang unang nakadalo. Depression hits a person and it might come to a point like what my son did. Okay. So from that day on, I promised myself any action, any program that would help others, okay, to come out to lend a helping hand, to give extra type support if need be. Eh, nakahanda ako. Actually, there were several shows na pinapanood ko, including that of Itbulaga, just to mention lang na kung saan may mga guests sila na nagsiamin and share their life story about HIV. Yung parang naisip ko sana nagkaroon ng ganong pagkakataon yung anak ko. Kasi, speaking directly, kahit na nagkahiwalay kami ng matagal, even the time that we spent together, on my own self-assessment as a father, I grew up in a very patriarchal family, and I have somewhat absorbed that system in me. That I'm quite strict and I'm quite
Parang
so
stern.
so it does hinder the the communication flow between a father and a son or a father and a daughter. That inhibits probably the person to come clean or come out with whatever they're going through. Pero yun nga, parents are parents, children are children, and parents love their children as much as children love their parents. But there's that barrier still, which creates stigma, which creates kasi kung sa loob pa lang ng bahay, ganyan na. How much more outside, right? And ang isa kong nakita sa tingin ko ng ganang mga info is, once you've acquired HIV, instead of people lending a hand to help you out in the preservation of life itself, di ba? Eh, ang nangyayari, siyempre ikaw pa sisisihin. Eh, kasi ganito ka, eh, kasi ganyan ka. Which is very much unfair. No one asked for it, right? So much so with COVID, right? Yeah, ganun din eh, di ba? You need to go out, you need to live your life. Pero, yeah, there are consequences. But it does not necessarily mean that once you've acquired a certain disease, is kasalanan. Mas maganda kung tutulungan natin kesa kukondenahin natin. That's the problem. Blessed, in a way, living here in Canada, where you all know that it's a very liberal country. Everyone's open-minded. It doesn't really matter with regards to sexuality or even although meron hindi naman nawawala yan, pero it's not that big a deal, di ba?
Correct.
Pero yun ang sana ganun lahat, respect and love. It's a basic human right. Okay, it's a God-given, regardless of whatever norms you're looking at it, it's still a God-given blessing. Well, to be alive on itself is a blessing na, di ba? So,
correct. Yes.
Iyon yung istorya ko po na kaya nung marinig ko yung you were having this topic, I was, pagkakataon ko na. Kasi I've been looking. I've really been looking. Actually, I'm looking forward to, I think it's December. AIDS awareness, right? In the Philippines, right?
Yes, and World AIDS Day po, and everyone
World AIDS Day.
everyone in the world celebrates that. And
Yeah.
Sandira Quiz, just to point on that, we are again doing a World AIDS Day concert for a cause. We did it last year, and we're gonna do it again this year. And we're partnering
Okay.
again with the Hero, with by Love Yourself. And these people are part of Your Love Yourself, and it's a foundation, and the Hero is the one that helps people living with HIV and other causes na ginagawa nila. Maraming salamat, Sandiro, for sharing your stories, and lahat kami dito. It's not easy, diba? It's not easy telling your story about your son. And isa sa, especially you're a dad, there's a lot of parang, alam mo yun, it's a lot of parang ang stigma or parang sexist, kumbaga, na if you're the dad, you have to be stern and you have to be strict, and you can't share anything about your son, specifically about your son. And maraming salamat for that, and for being and sabi nga ni Agent Ryan says, you are a good man, Kuy Sandiro. God bless you. Your son is in a better place now. Thanks for sharing your story. And yes, I agree with Agent Ryan. Your son is in the better place now. Sandiro, maraming salamat. Ako isang lang bago ko kayo paalisin, I know you have to go to work then, Kuis, and it's getting late na sa Pilipinas. Kuis, isang lang message to all the parents that you think na struggling to accept their kids or their children who are positive of HIV, and yung sa mga tao na, and also to the parents that you think na parents ng mga tao, ng mga tao na nahihirapan silang magsabi dun sa mga parents nila, because yun nga sinabi mo kanina, Kuis, you were raised na you have to be strict, you have to be stern, and you have to be dapat kinatatakutan ka ng mga anak mo, so that people they get they get scared to even confined in you, no? Kuis, Sandiro, advice for your co-parents na nanonood or makakapanood nitong show na to.
Okay. Yung sa mga kapwa ko magulang na may mga anak na probably they're not out yet, or yun nga, meron pala silang pinagdadaanan na hindi nila. I would advise to open up all communication channels. Why? Because you are their first and last lifeline. Okay? Kung merong dapat tumulong sa kanila, tayo yun bilang magulang. We brought them to this world. Okay? Inalagaan, pinag-aral, minahal. At dapat nating tanggapin na life is what it is. Kung ano yung ipagkaloob sa atin ng Panginoon, we should always be open and supportive, especially to our children. Imagine you lending a helping hand to a stranger, pero sa anak mo, hindi mo magawa just because of some stupid principle, just because of some stupid norm that you grew up with. No. Because once they're gone, there's no bringing them back. And whatever you do, you could cry a river or an ocean, pero wala na. Like I said, we are their first and last lifeline. We should always be ready to throw out that boya that would save their lives always. Salamat sa inyo. And I hope it brings awareness to everyone that, yun nga, everything happens for a reason. Pero let's do our part. And with regards dun sa program ni this December, of course, count me in. And sa Hero, I hope we get in touch. My wife's gonna be going back to the Phil this year. Unfortunately, I won't be able to. Pero if once I get the chance, I want to meet you guys personally. And yeah, kung anong maitutulong. Kasi marami pang 28-year-old kid, younger or probably a bit older, who are undergoing such. Let's give them a chance. Let's throw up that lifeline. Kasi mahalaga ang buhay.
Be there.
At mahalaga lahat ng tao.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Salamat,
be,
Miss P.
maraming salamat Kuya Sandiro ha for
Mm-mm.
giving this alam mo yun, short but very very sweet time of yours in for sharing your story kasi sabi ko nga kanina, it's really not easy to share a story just like yours. Alam mo yun, yung isang tragedy na and you're making it an inspiring story for everyone. Maraming salamat and saludo ako sa iyo,
Salute ako.
Kuis. And I am
Salute po
so
ako sa inyo at salute po ako doon sa mga, lalo na yung sila na gumaganap nga sa, alam niyo, nandiyan kayo eh. You're the frontliners on HIV and you're giving hope. You're giving everything that you've got. You're sharing your experiences. And thank you. Sabi nga, life coaches. And you're doing a great job. Keep it up. And yeah, hope to see you.
Maraming salamat, Kuya
Salamat po.
Sandiro.
Salamat.
Isa sa pinakamagandang nangyari sa aking pag-YouTube is to meet one of this kind of person na si Kuya Sandiro. Sabi nga ni Shenar, and wow, thank you for that word, stupid principle. We shouldn't live with that stupid principle. Totally agree. And we shouldn't conform to the norms. And sabi nga ni Tony Gonzaga, we shouldn't conform to the norms. Maraming salamat Kuya Sandiro. Ikaw, Ricky, as a counselor and as a life coach, what can you give advice to people who are going to be tested who are tested positive? Ricky.
So, una sa lahat, pagsaludo po kay Daddy San Hero na nasa kabila ng nangyari sa kanyang yung anak, naandun pa rin yung pagmamahal ng bilang isang magulang. No, kaya nga po laging sinasabi sa aming kliyente, ang clinic po ng Love Yourself ay extension na po ng inyong mga tahanan. Bahay po nating lahat ito. Walang straight na lalaki, straight na babae, bakla, tomboy, bisexual, ano man yung gender orientation, gender preference, and gender expression na meron tayo. Pagpasok nyo po parate ng clinic ni Love Yourself, namasyal na po kayo sa isang bahay po ninyo kasi bahay po nating lahat ito. Huwag matakot magpa-test. Kasi testing lang naman po ang pwedeng makapagsabi sa atin kung meron ba tayong HIV or wala. Ang stigma, ang discriminations, nandyan na yan sa labas. Ginagawa na nilang normal yan. Mabuti sa masama yung gagawin natin, maganda at sa mabuti yung nangyayari sa atin, marami at marami silang sasabihin. Ang mahalaga, lagi naming sinasabi, pag uwi ninyo sa tahanan ninyo, buong galak namin kayong yayakapin kasi pamilya nyo kami. Ano man po ang maging status ninyo, ano man po ang maging resulta ng testing ninyo, whether na po yan ay negative or reactive, makakatagpo at makakatagpo kayo ng pamilyang handang tatanggap sa inyo. Yun lang po.
Maraming salamat, Ricky, no? Ramdam ko yung ang tawag dito, alam mo yung ang emosyon, and ramdam ko yung pagmamahal na you're willing to give people that go in that house, and ramdam ko yung emotion. Alam mo, and Diyos ko, napapayak tuloy ako. Maraming salamat, Ricky, for taking yung mga mabibigat na nararamdaman ng mga tao na pumupunta sa bahay nyo nga. You're taking them all in. Mas mahirap yung yung ikaw yung kumukuha ng kahirapan nila kasi ayun yun kasi pag nagsasabi ka ng if you're counseling people, if you're coaching people, nagsasabi sila ng masasama sa iyo ng mga masasakit na nararamdaman nila yung pinagdadaan nila and you take them away from them and you take them in with you. And that's not a very easy job. And I could relate to that because that's also a part of my job. I do counseling. I'm a workforce counselor. And ang rami. And I salute you guys. I salute to you, Ricky, for doing that. Maraming salamat. Um, AJ, ikaw naman. Can you give advice to those who are in medical field, who are nurses that are losing hope and also the people that thinking of becoming a nurse, and why is it important that we should help or we should be or we should stay and yeah, alam mo yun, to have this kind of advocacy, especially the people that people are also stigmatized by a lot of people. People are sabi nga nila yung binabatuhan ng yung uh, people throwing stones at them without even knowing them. Alam mo yun, in bakit? Why do we need to have more nurses like you, AJ? Can you
Um, Ako, I would say, no, working with this advocacy, hindi lang importante na gusto mo siya. Very important that you really have the heart and the passion to do it. Kasi, actually, you'll be questioned with a lot of people, no? Why are you there? You've also been a victim of discrimination na siguro
Correct.
HIV positive ka, no? Kasi you work for that or you volunteer for that
Yes, correct.
No, so it's really very important you really have the passion. You really have the heart to help people. Kasi opportunities are always there eh. Ako to be honest, no, Miss Philly, ang dami na nagpipilit, mag-abroad ka, nurse ka, may alam ka, may utak ka, kaya mo yung mag-abroad, mas malaking kikitain mo. Pero I stayed with Love Yourself, not just because masaya ako, no? I stayed with Love Yourself kasi priceless. Priceless ang feeling when you are able to touch people's lives firsthand, when you are able to lift people from the grave. Ako, I would say grave, no, kasi talagang ganun talaga yung pakiramdam nila na it's gonna be a death sentence. It's already been a death for me. Just recently, may tumawag ng kliyente na mag-a-abroad daw siya, tapos he tested positive sa medical nila kasi mag-a-abroad siya. And just luckily na na-contact niya kami. Tapos, sabi niya, I'm very thankful that I found your number kasi I'm almost at the point of giving up. Sabi niya. Sabi ko, iba yung pakiramdam ng ganito. It's something na hindi mo magagawa sa abroad, no? Or sa normal na scenario ng pagiging nurse. So, ako with your question, just be open, no? And just love what you do, and you always put your heart in it kasi doon mo ma-feel yung happiness and yung contentment doon sa ginagawa mo. And ako, to be honest dito, I don't really feel I'm working eh. It's really been an advocacy na parang nakakatulong tayo at the same time nag-enjoy din tayo.
Oo. And also go ahead AJ, sorry. Go ahead.
And then though it's their choice, not it is still a life choice for every medical work. But I want to share na it's priceless and it's really
fulfilling
yung magganitong work kasi yun dito with the clients, they just don't see you as their family member, they just don't see you as their nurse, no, they see you as their hero, kasi you've been an instrument for them to continue life. And that is something na not everyone is given an opportunity to do. There.
Maraming salamat, AJ. Again, I salute you, not
Thank
only you,
you.
but everyone in the medical field and for all the frontliners. Maraming salamat. And lastly, kay Shaidak, as someone who's living with HIV, and ano yung mai-advise mo sa mga tao na magte-test positive or living with HIV na going through a lot of things, like yun nga sa anak ni Sandiro, hindi niya na nakayanan. So he ended his life, 'di ba? And for you, parang kasi parang pareho kayo similar. Ikaw, you almost died then, pero you fought for it and you stay alive. And ano yung may advice mo? Maraming salamat, Kuya Sandiro. Ano yung may advice mo sa mga for people who's living with HIV, and to tell them na it's not the end of their life, and it's still marami pang mangyayaring maganda. AJ, I mean AJ, Shaidak.
Yun nga po, ang mapapayo ko at hindi lang mapapayo kundi masasabi ko sa mga kapwa natin at kapatiran natin, sa mga ka-blood sister and brother natin, hindi porket na nag-positive tayo, ito yung tatapos sa buhay na meron tayo. Hindi ito yung tatapos sa pangarap na meron tayo na gusto nating mangyari. Kasi bilang ako, nung unang time na na-diagnose ako, although sa akin parang wala lang eh. Pero pagdating ng kalagitnaan, I suffering from depression, anxiety, na sinasabi ko sa sarili ko na bakit ako? Bakit ako binigyan ng ganito? Bakit ako pa? Andun yung lahat ng sisi sa akin, mismo sa sarili ko. Although yung pamilya ko, hindi naman ako sinisisi kung ba't ako na ganito. Kung baga tinanggap nila ako. So, dun pa lang, thankful ako. Pero, ang hirap kasi, para sa akin kasi, nilabanan ko yun, yung time na yun, nang nangyari sa akin. And then hanggang sa, nakapasok ako sa isang advocacy, pagdating sa HIV. And then doon ko nakita yung kahalagahan ng sarili ko, ng bilang ako ngayon, na meron pala akong purpose na ganito, na makatulong sa mga tao, na maging inspirasyon para sa iba. And then, masasabi ko lang, wag yung itigil yung pag-inom nyo ng gamot. Walang dahilan para mag-holiday. And then, continue lang sa pag-abot ng mga pangarap. And then, yung stigma and discrimination, hindi na natin maalis yan eh. At least tayo mga advocate, tayo mga taong nagbibigay boses sa Pilipinas at sa mga ibang bansa, at least malilesen natin yung stigma and discrimination. And then, isa pa masasabi ko, hindi virus ang magiging katapusan ng buhay ng isang tao. Kumbaga, hindi virus ang magsasalita na katapusan mo na o whatever. Kasi ako, tulad ko, since 2014 akong na-diagnose, pero ngayon, buhay na buhay ako, hindi ko alam kung kailan ako kunin siya. So, syempre, ginagawa ko, live life to the fullest ako,
Correct.
na masaya, ginagawa ko na tumutulong ako sa community, and then dito sa clinic namin, sa Hero by Love Yourself. So, thankful ako kasi meron akong mga co-advocates na kagaya ng ganito, na talagang mismong puso ay nandoon. And then, kumbaga sa mga client din namin, sa mga patient namin na talagang inilalagay namin sarili namin doon mismo sa sarili nila, na maramdaman nila na hindi sila nag-iisa. Kung tipong bang maramdaman nila na meron silang kakampi. Yan.
Maraming salamat, Shaidak, for being brave then to, again, kanina nga sabi ko, hindi madaling magsabi ng na test you're positive and you're someone who living with HIV. So much more you show yourself into public like this, no? People can judge you habang nanonood sila dito, habang nagsasabi ka, and people already been judging you, di ba? And people already been judging us. And alam mo yun, so it's really not easy. So ang isa ko na lang ang ang i-request ko sa'yo, what can you tell people who has who doesn't have HIV? Ano yung masasabi mo sa kanila para iwasan na yung stigma or parang lessen the stigma? Ano yung may a-advise mo sa kanila about you or about people who are living
Ah,
with HIV?
tuloy, masasabi ko sa mga tao para malesen yung stigma, sabihin na natin na wag na nating intindihin yung mga taong nagdadala ng stigma and discrimination. Kasi kung tutuusin, ang stigma more on sa tao pero wala sa clinic. Pangalawa, hindi virus ang papatay sa atin, kundi discrimination and stigma and judgment ang ang papatay na nanggaling sa ibang tao. Kasi
Right.
sabihin na natin maraming advocates, pero maraming pa ring taong lack of information pagdating sa ganitong sitwasyon. So that's why, wag na natin silang pansinin. Kung maging matapang tayo. Kung merong isang nasa likod mo, wag ka pang hinaan ng loob. Kasi sabihin na natin na maraming taong pwedeng humusga sa'yo, pero tandaan mo, merong 70,000 na people living with HIV ang nasa likod mo at sumusuporta sa'yo at patuloy na lumalaban.
Alam mo parang just to make it in a lighter note, no, parang ngayon parang kasama natin si Catriona Gray talaga the whole show, no, yung silver lining. Tapos yung sabi mo na there's
Yes.
100 million people, Filipinos, parang no. Pero maraming salamat again, maraming salamat Shy Duck, maraming salamat AJ, Ricky, maraming salamat sa inyo for being brave and for continuing doing what you're doing. At maraming salamat kay Sandiro for sharing your story and for everyone. Hindi pa po tayo tapos. Si Kyle po ay magkakanta pa po ng isang kanta to end this show. Maraming salamat again ha, at maraming salamat po sa mga nag-donate dyan. Kung gusto niyo pa pong mag-donate pa po kayo ngayon dahil lahat po ng kikitain ko ngayon ay mapapapunta po kay AJ sa Hero I Love Yourself. Maraming salamat again AJ, Ricky, and Shai. Again, this is not going to be the end of our conversation. We are going to be continuing having conversation about this, and sana nga sa December we are going to have that concert for us again in help with the Hero by Love Yourself. Maraming salamat again, and to end the show, please welcome Kyle Justin Capuyan. Ayan, Kyle, maraming salamat ha. Talagang parang nag-stay ka talaga dito, no? Maraming salamat, Kyle. And before before ka kumanta, invite mo muna yung mga tao sa yung mga ganap dyan, sa yung mga gagawin, sa yung mga live stream, sa yung And also guys, paki-type naman dyan sa sa chat box ano yung takeaway nyo dito sa ating naging show. What was your takeaway? Ano yung natutunan nyo, and ano yung parang stigma na na-lesson na naiisip nyo ngayon? Kumbaga, yung acceptance. Please, habang kumakanta si Kyle Justin, I want to hear from you guys. What do you have learned from this show? Kyle Justin, sige, invite mo sila.
And everyone, I'm Kyle Justine Capuyan, and please do subscribe sa aking YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para aware kayo kung may bago kong upload or meron akong live stream. For now, wala po akong scheduled live stream dahil I'm studying na po uli. So kung may libreng oras lang po, dun po ako makakapag-LS lang. And abangan nyo po yung mga upcoming, abangan nyo po ako bukas sa YouTube Beatmaker Philippines. It's the first audition night of the YouTube Beatmaker Philippines. And abangan nyo po kami daw mga judge kung paano kayo mag-aaway-away sa aming...
Yes! Mag-aaway-away na sila.
Mag-aaway-away na po kami. So, nung nakarang Sunday, nakita nyo po kaming mababait. So, bukas hindi na po. Papromote ko lang din po on November 13. Ayan, malayo pa naman po. Pero I just want to inform everyone na I will be having a concert for a cause. It's
Uh-uh.
entitled Shine Bright, and sponsorships are open, and the cost of that concert goes to children na may mental needs and special
Uh-uh.
needs.
Uh.
And I really want to do that even before pa. And
Oo.
siguro ito na yung time, since it's a Burr month and Papasko.
Oo,
Siguro
yes, yes.
it's a gift and also a charity work for me. And ayan, to everyone, alam ko mahirap na magkaroon ng ganong sitwasyon or yung sitwasyon na pinag-uusapan natin kanina.
Yes.
Kasi I've known some people na meron na nagkaroon, and some yung meron akong kamag-anak na namatay because of that. And
Mhm.
it's really hard when you're afraid to speak. It's really
Mhm.
hard when you're afraid to speak. And it really takes courage. Kaya nga sa isang taong may ganun, it really takes courage. Isang dagok sa kanila yun yung masabi lang na yung tanggapin, yung unang-una pa lang natanggapin na ganun yung kinakaharap nila. Pero ayun, guys, siguro sa kakantahin kong to, siguro this would be a reminder of kahit wala ng tao, kahit wala ng taong naniniwala sa inyo, kahit lahat ng tao against sa inyo, meron pa ring isang tao, meron pa ring nag-iisang Diyos na nakatingin sa iyo na kahit ano ka pa, kahit sino ka pa, kahit saan ka nang galing, kahit anong meron ka, kahit pangit ka, kahit ano ka, tanggap ka niya. And you just need to run to him. And you just need to kneel down and pray na everything would be fine. And alam ko nakikilos at kikilos yung Diyos sa buhay nyo, hindi lang sa buhay nyo, syempre dun sa pagsubok na tinatahak nyo. And, Miss P?
Yeah, maraming salamat. And before ka kumanta, no, I just want to share my take on or my takeaway on this conversation and this topic. That yes, life can get tough or tougher for people who are living with HIV. And maraming limitasyon na magaganap. But like what Ramil, AJ, and Ricky, and Mr. Sandiro, Hoy Sandiro said, na you are not alone. If you pick the right people, choose the right people, go to talk to people. And sabi nga ni Kyle that if you believe and if you have faith sa ating Panginoon, life can get better. And it always going to get better. There's other ways to live. And please, if you are, and if you know someone who's living with HIV, please be kind. Please be kind to them and love them and be there for them. Maraming salamat. And please welcome Kyle Justin Kapoy.
Sa gitna ng dilim, ako'y mananalangin. Sa gitna ng gulo, patuloy sa'yo kakapit. At kahit di pa maayos ang lahat ng bagay, ipagkakatiwala sa'yo aking buhay. Dahil ang yakap mo ang tanging sandigan ko, wala nang papantay sa wagas na pag-ibig mo. Ililipas ang lahat, ngunit di magbabago ang aking lakas na gagaling sa'yo. Sa lakas ng bagyo, tahanan ko'y salita mo. Nahirap na laban, pangako mo ang sandigan. mo pababayaan. Pagkakatiwalaan, Jesus ang iyong pangalan. Dahil ang yakap mo ang tanging sandigan ko, wala nang papantay sa wagas na pag-ibig mo. Lilipas ang lahat, ngunit di magbabago ang aking lakas na gagaling sa'yo. Ikaw ang lakas, ikaw ay tapat, ikaw ay sapat, Diyos ng lahat. Di mo iiwanan, di pababayaan, magpawalang hanggan. Ikaw ang kalakasan, ikaw ang lakas, ikaw ay tapat, ikaw ay sapat, Diyos ng lahat. Di mo iiwanan, hindi pababayaan, magpawalang hanggan. Ikaw ang kalakasan. Hanggat may nakikinig sa panalangin, di mawawala ang pag-asa natin. Ikaw at ako, babangon tayo, sama-sama lahat ay susulong. Basta tayo'y magtutulong-tulong, lilipas din, matatapos din ng dilim. Manalangin, 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 matatapos din ng dilim. Manalangin, 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 matatapos din ng dilim. Wala na bang magagawa? Hindi ka ba nagtataka? Paligid ay tahimik, ngunit di payapa. Marami ang nangangamba, ito ba ay matatapos pa? Lahat nagtatanong, nasan ang kasagutan? Paano na bukas makalawan? Paano pag ang hirap ay hindi mo na kinaya? Paano ba tayo makakaisa sa panahong malayo sa isa't isa? Hanggat may nakikinig sa panalangin, di mawawala ang pag-asa natin. Ikaw at ako, babangon tayo, sama-samang lahat ay susulong. Basta't tayo'y magtutulong-tulong, lilipas din, matatapos din ng dilim. Manalangin, 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 matatapos din ng dilim. Manalangin, 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 matatapos din ng dilim. Basta't tayo'y magtutulong-tulong, sama-samang lahat ay susulong. Di mangangamba, hindi matatakot, matatapos din, lilipas din ng dilim. Basta't tayo'y magtutulong-tulong, sama-samang lahat ay susulong. Di mangangamba, hindi matatakot, matatapos din, lilipas din ng dilim. Manalangin, matatapos din ng dilim. Manalangin, 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 matatapos din ng dilim. Matatapos din ng dilim. Matatapos din ng dilim. God bless everyone.
Ayan, maraming salamat Kyle, Justin Kapuyan, and guys, abangan niyo po ang kanyang mga, kung gusto niyo pong marinig pa ang mga kanta niya, ang kanyang pag-perform, talagang isa sa pinaka-idolo ko din dito sa pagkanta is Kyle Justin Kapuyan. At abangan niyo rin po, magkakaroon din po sila ng show every Saturdays. It's going to be a worship
Yes.
and concert and worship sa Sabado po. Tuwing Sabado po yan, malapit na po. Kung gusto niyo pong manalangin at makipagkantahan po at magpatotoo din po, please join Kyle Justin. And marami po siyang makakasama doon. Again, maraming salamat Kyle. And
Welcome, Miss B.
and good luck and maraming salamat sa lahat ng for your help for tonight and for staying.
Thank you po.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you po.
Again, that was Kyle Justin Capuyan. Guys, with the same name, ayun din po yung kanyang channel. So
YouTube
please
channel. Yes.
help Kyle Justin Capuyan sa kanyang YouTube. Maraming salamat again, Kyle. And
Thank you, Miss B.
maraming salamat. And of course, again, maraming salamat po sa lahat po nagstay dito sa show ko and for continuing to support me at sa lahat po ng mga gagawin ko pa po. Again, sa lahat po ng mga may mga gustong pag-usapan, for everyone that would like to share kung ano yung mga topic na gusto nyo pong pag-usapan natin, just let me know lang po and we are going to make that happen, and especially if it's going to be helping to share awareness. Sa susunod po na episode natin, which is sa September po, we are going to be talking about being an influencer. Ano po ba ang what defines o who defines ang pagiging isang influencer, at kailangan ba natin magkaroon ng blue mark na check or kailangan ba natin ng monetized channel, kailangan ba natin ng 100,000 subscribers to be a influencer. So samahan niyo po ako sa aking sa show again sa Simple Miss P. Maraming salamat po sa lahat po ng nag-donate ngayong araw na to. Malaki po ang maitutulong nito sa sa Hero by Love Yourself. And sa lahat po, again, please, let's all choose to be kind. I'm not going to be parang self-righteous, no? Kasi alam ko naman, I myself struggling to be nice or to be kind every day. Pero if you can, and if you can try, let's just be kind and alam niyo yun, be there for each other. Alam niyo yun, meron naglolokohan tayo, nagbibiruan tayo, and nagtatampuhan, but all we have to do is be there for someone that pwedeng na parang nangangailangan at that moment, and for someone na struggling and may pinagdadaanan, all you can do is ask. And sabi nga ni Shenor and kanina Marcewaf, just speak out because there's always one person that's willing to listen. And on that note, maraming salamat po, and patuloy po kayong suportahan niyo po ang aking show na Simple Miss P. And again, umpisa na po ang Friends Talk. Nag-umpisa na po sila. Nag-overtime po ako ngayon. Pasensya na sa aking mga guests. Kasi sabi ko sila mga 1 hour to 2 hours lang. Pero naging almost 3 hours na, no? So maraming salamat po. At these conversations that we need to have. And please be part of the conversation. Again, this is Miss Filipina. And this has been Simply Miss P. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Guys, Friends Talk na, umpisa na sila. Maraming salamat again, guys. Sana po ay patuloy kayong magmahalan. And ano nga pala dun sa poll, are you or do you know someone who is living with HIV? We got yes for 32% and 68% for no. Kaya ayan, maraming salamat po.